The Oberlin Red Devils are on the air.
Bryson Ketchel with the left corner three. You betcha! Bryson Ketchel with a big triple. Michaela Wasson pops a three and knocks it down. Michaela with a big shot right there. Her first three of the night. Kicks it back out. Gage Willoughby for three. You betcha! Gage Willoughby with 7 points. Briley Minnick pops a three and she knocks it down. Briley with 5 points on the night.
Coverage of Red Devil athletics is brought to you in part by
AquaShield Roofing, Creative Collision, Colligan of Oberlin, Decatur Co-op, Decatur County Beef, Decatur Health, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, FNB Bank of Oberlin, Frederickson Insurance Agency, High Plains Podiatry, J.D. Skiles Company, Nextech, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Oberlin, R&M Service Center, Ray's Grocery, The Bank in Downtown Oberlin, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, and Ward Drug Store.
High school basketball is on the air. Red Devil Courtside starts now. Here's Sam Knoll.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome from the Dog Pound, where tonight it is the Oberlin Red Devils taking on the Quinter Bulldogs. I'm Sam Knoll, giving you all the play-by-play action, as we got our girls' action first, and then we'll have our boys' action here tonight. Big night, as this will not affect the sub-state seeding at all, but it will give a little bragging rights within the league as well. It could help you out if you win sub-state, make it to the state tournament. This could be another win that you notch onto your belt and help you at seeding at the state tournament. It's a big one tonight in the doghouse here from Quinter, between Oberlin and Quinter. So let's dive a little deeper into our girls matchup tonight. The Quinter Bulldogs come in red hot. They're 16-3 on the season now, and coming off of 4 straight wins. They've won 5 of their last 6 and 10 of their last 11. Their only loss in that time to the Hoxie Indians on January 31st, 69-58. But other than that, it's been all wins for Coach Havilis and his squad, including the last 4 straight, and earlier this week when they took down Trigo by a final score of 67-26. Quinter jumped out to a 23-10 lead over the Golden Eagles after the first quarter, 38-12 at half, and 67-26 after 3. There was no scoring in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs so far this season with that 16-3 record are being led by the play of all-league player Bryn Gillespie. The 5'7" senior is averaging 15.7 points per game to go along with 5.4 rebounds per game and 3.4 assists per game. In her last 3 games, she's had double figures, and in her last 2 games, she's eclipsed 20 points with 24 against Rawlins County and 23 against Trigo. But also, you got to watch out for the 5'6" freshman Braylon Blackwell for the Quinter Bulldogs. She's averaging 15 points per game as well, 6.1 rebounds and 2.8 assists. And you can't forget to mention Camry Getz underneath. The 5'11" sophomore averages 11.4 points per game, 9.3 boards, and 0.2 assists. It's going to be interesting tonight if the Red Devils can stop that 3-headed monster. They'd be one step closer to winning, that is for sure. The Bulldogs this season have put up tons and tons of points, as they have scored 50 or more points 6 games straight, and have scored 43 or more points in every game this season. So it's certainly an offense that Coach Havilis has put together that loves to score. They also love to play great defense along with it. The Oberlin Red Devils come into tonight with a record of 10-8. Just winners of 1 of their last 4 games, as they have lost 3 of their last 4 games. That lone win coming on February 7th against Greeley County, 40-36. They did not play on Tuesday. They were supposed to go to Wheatland Grinnell Tuesday, got moved up to Monday, and still got canceled. So the Red Devils have not played in over a week now, almost a week and a half since the Red Devils have played their last game. That was against Norton at home on senior night, where they ended up losing 28-26. We're down 17-10 at half, rallied back in the third quarter to only be down 4, and then we're still outscored Norton 5-3 in the fourth, but it wasn't enough to pull off the win as they ended up losing by 2, 28-26. The Red Devils this season still being led by the play of Briley Minnick with 15.6 points per game, 7.0 rebounds per game, and 2.2 assists per game, while she shoots 52% from the floor. But you can't forget to mention Elsie Larson, 6.5 points per game, Jenna Fortin, 7.8 points per game, and Maria Rodriguez with 4.4 points per game. And Michaela Wasson with 4.6 points per game. All of those girls, along with Briley, need to have a great night tonight collectively as a team if they want to walk away with a win here against the Quinter Bulldogs. It's Quinter, it's Oberlin, it's a Northwest Kansas League rivalry night here from the Doghouse, and we got it on KFNF. We'll take a break and sit down and talk with head coach of the Red Devils, Brandon Gehring. That's next here on Red Devil Courtside.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Say no to bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A-plus services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquashieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
With the right touch, bent metal, shattered glass, and twisted frames can be restored to their original glory. At Creative Collision, they have one simple mantra: repair, restore, renew. It's about taking damaged vehicles and transforming them into something sleek, smooth, and safe. Comprehensive auto body repair and restoration. Available exclusively at Creative Collision in Oberlin, Kansas. Revive it, drive it, and love it. Call for an estimate at 785-470-2130 or visit Creative Collision's virtual garage online at creativecollisionoberlin.com.
Time to sit down and get the thoughts from the head coach on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
Red Devil Courtside rolls on here, getting you ready for our girls matchup tonight. Final game of the regular season for the Oberlin Lady Red Devils as they take on the Quinter Bulldogs. And we're joined alongside with head coach of the Lady Red Devils, Brandon Gehring. Boy, coach, can you believe it? It's finally here, the last game of the regular season. I know you kind of know who you're playing next week and everything, but crazy the end of the regular season is here, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, it seems like you just asked me the other day about the league basketball tournament. I think our conversation was it's going to be postseason before we know it, and we're like 4 days away from postseason. And so, but yeah, it's exciting. This is an exciting time of year for the kids, and hopefully they're we can fine tune just the little things that we need to fine tune and be ready to go.
Yeah, been a little bit since we were able to talk with you with the game getting postponed and stuff on Tuesday there. But last time out was a couple of Tuesdays ago. Took on Norton there for senior night and just came away with a tough, snake-bitten loss. Kind of ended up losing 28-26 there. Had a shot to maybe win it at the buzzer, and the shot didn't go. But I guess what were your kind of thoughts after that tough one on Tuesday?
Well, I mean, we knew going into that night that Norton's better than what their record indicated, and that they were a good basketball team, and they're actually playing really well right now. I think they've won like 7 of their last 8 or something, and they've been beating teams, and their one loss was the Colby, and Colby's a really good 3A school. So I knew that night was going to be a tough night, but I thought we competed well. I wish we would have got out in transition a little bit better. Maybe was able to get a few more points, and there's a couple buckets I wish we could have back. But defensively to hold a team to 28 points and to have a chance to win right at the end, I was pleased with that. Unfortunately, we just the play that we drew up didn't work, and Norton made a good defensive stance, and we lost the game.
Yeah, you mentioned defense. I thought, on both sides, Norton and you guys, that was a defensive battle from the opening tip. It seemed like each of you guys kind of had a great defensive game plan and ran it very, very well. And like you mentioned, you hold a team to 28 points. You're expecting to win, 9 out of 10 of those games, and just wasn't the night. They were doing pretty good on their defensive side of the well. But obviously, like you said, have to be really happy with the way the defense played against a team like Norton that can throw up 50 points every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew what we needed to do defensively to make things uncomfortable for them, and for the most part, we did a good job. They hit some early threes, which kind of gave them a lead in the first half, and We weren't quite expecting them to hit threes like they did in the first half. But I was just waiting for a run, and we did finally hit our run, but it was just a little too late. But, we kept mixing things up on them, giving them a couple different looks, and I think that kind of kept them out of rhythm. And, like I said, unfortunately, we just didn't make baskets when we needed to.
And, kind of like you mentioned there, they hit some early threes there in the first half. You go into the locker room there down by 7, and you're kind of thinking one way or another, after a tough 3-point quarter there in the second quarter, you guys come out, score 11 there in the third, and make it a 4-point game and really kind of shift the momentum of that game. Had to be happy with the way the girls, kind of came out of the locker room as a different team, right?
Yeah, we were just waiting. There were some things that they had done in the first half that we knew we just needed to make some little tweaks and adjustments to, and I mean, we held them to 11 points in the second half, and so defensively, I thought, especially in the second half, the adjustments we made and the way the kids started flying around was great. It was just one of those things. I mean, we had some layups that just didn't fall for us. When a team plays that sticky a defense like Norton does, it just makes that a little bit tougher. And so when you get those open looks that you're not quite expecting, maybe you're just not ready to make them. And hopefully, that was just kind of an off-shooting night for us, and we're able to bounce back tonight and put some baskets in.
Boy, your girls have, it seems like they always, kind of rise to that occasion when they might, obviously kind of like you mentioned, Norton, their record, you look at it on paper and think, they're not that good, but they were a really good athletic team, and it seems like your girls always kind of match to that intensity. I remember the Hoxie game, that whole game, it just seemed like you guys were able to match their pace and kind of the same way against Norton, match that defensive intensity, and to know that your team can do that and hang in with some of those really good teams like that is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we feel like we can compete with almost anybody. Now it's just finishing some games, and in our losses for the most part this season, that's kind of been the story of our losses. Is we compete really well with the teams that we played, and we competed really well with some really good basketball teams. I mean, you mentioned Hoxie. You can look all the way back to the championship game in the Cattle Trail with Southwest. In Oakley won the MCL tournament. We've had chances right at the end to win some of those games, and unfortunately, we just haven't came out on the top side of some of those big time games. But we just keep competing, and now's the time of year that we find a way to win those games.
And obviously, we've talked a lot about Briley this season, and she's led you guys in scoring in a lot of games, and the thing that she always brings to the table is that when she knows you guys kind of need to have her step up and score, it's kind of a night where everybody else was having some some issues, and she was still able kind of even after a tough first half for her to come out second half and know she's got to put the ball in the hoop for you guys to win, and there's not many girls that can do that, not many kids that can do that and put that pressure on them, but she does it so well, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's kind of our bucket getter when we need to go get a bucket, and and there's been times too that I've got to find ways to get her the ball more like in a half court setting. But yeah, I've been really proud of how aggressive she's been and just her mindset of wanting the ball in her hands. Because when the pressure's on, we've got certain kids, and everybody's got kids. It's tough to want the ball in your hands, and that's not her mindset. Her mindset is she wants the basketball, and once you kind of have that mentality, then it seems like baskets start to fall for you. So, I'm proud of the step that she's made this season, and hopefully that shows up big time for us in postseason.
Well, tonight, obviously didn't play on Tuesday because of the weather and stuff, so been over, a little over a week as you make your way into this game tonight against the Quinter Lady Bulldogs, who have been having a tremendous season this year. They beat Wallace County. They've, had a really, really good a run. They won the league this year, won the league tournament, so they're a tough team. It's going to be at their place, which is going to be a raucous environment too, but they're going to be a tough one tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, no, I mean, Quinter is deep and good, and Coach Atlas has them playing his style of basketball, and then they just got weapons everywhere. I mean, Bryn Gillespie's been one of the best players in the league since she got into the league. But it's not just her. They've got a freshman, Braylon Blackwell, that's really scoring well, and she's super aggressive, and and then they've got a lot of players around. They've got some experience around those two, and then Getz inside is about as tough as they get. I mean, we struggle to find a matchup for her, so it's going to be a team game for us, but we're expecting it to be really competitive. Like you said, the environment's going to be really fun. It's a really fun environment to go into, especially when you're looking at playing in, getting that kind of environment for postseason. So I think it's going to get us postseason ready. And I think the girls are excited for this matchup. I mean, Quinter's kind of a rival, and knowing the kind of season they've had, knowing the season that we've had, we want to go out there and compete like we have and give ourselves a chance to win at the end.
Yeah, and certainly, from the last time out, if you could take that defense and have it tonight, that'd be huge, because Quinter, they love to score the basketball. It seems like they've been able to put up, 40-plus points in every game this season. And like you mentioned, they got, quite a few scorers. But, to kind of wreak havoc on that defensive side of the floor and turn it out of the offense is going to be huge tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we've got to make sure, one, we don't give them easy baskets. Quinter thrives off of steals and layups and getting some of those easy buckets. If you can limit that, then I really think you can kind of make the pace of the game go the way you want it to. But that's easier said than done. I mean, Quinter is aggressive defensively, and so. But yeah, if we can keep this more of a game that's scored in the 40s, I think that definitely gives us a better chance. I think they just put up 80 on Atwood here about a week ago, and Atwood's a really good defensive team. So for them to score 80 points, that's saying something. So I think we got a good game plan going in. I think the girls are focused and excited, and hopefully we can keep them from putting up 80 points tonight.
Well, Coach, thanks for being able to sit down and chat. We appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Culligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Culligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
When you think of Decatur Co-op, do you think about grain, feed your livestock, horses or pets, propane, supplies? How about tires? Yes, Decatur Co-op in Oberlin has a tire shop that specializes in tire repair, along with oil changes, exhaust, front-end alignment, and major mechanical work. Bet you didn't know all that. Well, now you know. And the next time you need any of those services, think of Decatur Co-op at the railroad tracks in Oberlin. Book your appointment. Call 785-475-2234.
Decatur County Beef wants to do business with all the local farmers. They want to buy your high-moisture corn and grain sorghum, also alfalfa and dry corn anytime. Decatur Beef and Hoxie Feed Yard are always looking for good help. Truck drivers, plumbers, welders, and pin riders. Decatur County Beef is located just north of Oberlin on Highway 83, and Hoxie Feed Yard is just west of Hoxie. Call 785-475-2212 for Decatur County Beef, or call Scott at 785-675-9009. Give them a try. You will be glad you did.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Quinter. We're just about set and ready to get going here for our first matchup of the evening on the girls' side of things between the Oberlin Red Devils and the Quinter Bulldogs. And like I mentioned, this is a big one tonight and a great Northwest Kansas League rivalry because kind of like Coach Gehring said, it does not matter the records between these two. It always seems to turn out to be a good game, and that was reminiscent of last year where the Red Devils, they ended up losing to Quinter in the league tournament last year, 52-26, and I can remember talking with the coach. He said it just wasn't our night, just wasn't the greatest game that we had played all year. Well, they saved up a lot of that aggression from that tough loss and put it into the last game of the season last year. Ended up losing to Quinter in overtime last year by 10, 62-52. Made a big shot down the stretch to get it to overtime and just came up a little bit short. Just came up a little bit short there in the overtime, losing 62-52. But The 2 of the last 3 games between these two teams have went into overtime. The 24 game last year, final game of the regular season, went into OT 62-52. And then in 2023, same game on this same floor, different actual gym floor, I guess, but the same game, final game of the regular season, went into overtime as well, and the Red Devils actually pulled it out 43-41 in double overtime, and a very emotional win for the Lady Red Devils. A big win over a rival in Quinter that year, and it was a massive win because Quinter that season would end up making the state tournament and end up being the state runner-ups in 2023. So that was a big win for the Red Devils, especially on the floor here in the doghouse where it is tough to win no matter what. And so I am expecting a tight one again here tonight between these two teams, and you kind of heard it right at the end of Coach Gehring's pregame interview. It's really going to come down, we think, to the defensive side of the floor here tonight because the Red Devils need to get some steals and not turn the ball over as well. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have starting lineups and tip-off here from Quinter on 101.1 KFNF.
New energy at Decatur Health in Oberlin. Yep, it's time to introduce Taylor Niermeyer, our new physician's assistant at Decatur Health. Taylor is a Northwest Kansas native. She has genuine passion for rural health care, and she knows the lay of the land. What does that mean? It means she is totally invested in your good health and well-being. That's why she's such a great fit and a great team member at Decatur Health. Call the clinic at 785-475-2215 to make an appointment to see Taylor. I promise it'll make you feel better. Decatur Health in Oberlin, where compassion and healing come together.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Fredrickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Fredrickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Fredrickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Fredrickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Back here from the doghouse in Quinter, where it's a Northwest Kansas League rivalry matchup tonight between the Bulldogs and the Red Devils. We get started with our girls matchup here. First, take you through our starting lineups for the Quinter Bulldogs and head coach Matt Hovelis. It's 5'7" senior Serenity Smith, 5'5" junior Mia Briggs, 5'7" senior Bryn Gillespie, 5'6" freshman Braylon Blackwell, and 5'8" junior Shaylee Ballman. For the Red Devils and head coach Brandon Gehring, 5'10" junior Briley Minnick, 5'10" senior Michaela Wasson, 5'6" sophomore Elsie Larson, 5'3" senior Jenna Fortin, and 5'6" sophomore Maria Rodriguez. The tip is tapped and controlled by the Red Devils, and we are underway here from Quinter. And Elsie Larson pops a left wing three and knocks it down. What a start for the Red Devils. Couldn't have drawn it up any better. This is coming off of a game where the Red Devils went 1 of 11 against Norton, and they banged their first 3 in. And then a quick steal on the other end after a turnover, and the Red Devils will get it back. 7:33 left. Red Devils already in front, 3-0. Jenna Forden with the basketball above the volleyball line, looking for Briley Minnick, trying to cut towards the basket. Ball is tipped up in the air on the right corner, and coming in to force a jump ball will be Braylon Blackwell, and it'll go back to the Bulldogs here with 7:25 to go in the first quarter of play. Across the timeline come the Bulldogs, working against the 1-3-1 defense. Elsie Larson will tap away a cross-court pass, comes up with the basketball for a steal, lobs it into Maria Rodriguez, who will put it up and in for for two, just inside the left lane line of the Red Devils are off to a great start. They're up 5-0 with 7:05 to go in the first quarter of play. Into the high post, swinging it back out to Smith, trying to get it to the top of the key. Almost stolen away again, but tracking it down is Briggs in the backcourt. Briggs looking to bring it across the top line. She does. Now has it with the basketball, looking and finds a cutting along the baseline. Shaylee Ballman went up for two, missed a shot, got her own rebound, went back up for two again, just inside the left low block, was fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line to shoot two. That is Michaela Wasson's first foul and team foul number 1 for the Red Devils. But what a start by the Red Devils here in front, 5-0. Shaylee Ballman's first free throw is off the mark. Ballman on the year from the charity stripe, 4 of 10 for 40%. Second one out of the way, drops it home, so she's 1 of 2. Makes it 5-1. Red Devils down by 4. Working against the Quinter Bulldog, man-to-man pressure. Larson on the far side of the court, moving right to left, trying to bring it across the timeline. Working against Bryn Gillespie, and will draw a foul from Gillespie there. Just right at about the volleyball line on the Quinter side of the floor. And Quinter again bringing on the man-to-man pressure here. Briley gets it into Elsie Larson, and Larson will dribble it up and bring it across the timeline to the far side of the floor. Almost lost the ball, now dribbles it down. She has it right baseline, kicks it back out to Briley Minnick on the right wing. She drives right baseline, now stopped to the short corner. Throws it back up to Maria on the right wing to the top of the key. Michaela Wasson over to the left wing on the near side. Now driving Jenna Fortin, looking to kick it back out. Gets it to Michaela, over to Maria Rodriguez. Rodriguez, couple of dribbles, down right lane line, taken away, Bryn Gillespie. Gillespie 1-on-2, now 1-on-1 with Michaela Wasson. Left low block, the scoop shot missed, rebound, put back up and in by Braylon Blackwell. I don't know how she came up with a ball, but she was able to do it inside the middle of the lane. Now a long pass down the floor from Briley Minnick will be tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Red Devils. No, they are going to say that went out of bounds on the Red Devils. Brandon Gehring not liking the call at all, and turnover number 1 for the Red Devils gives it back to the Bulldogs here, with the Red Devils still with a 2-point lead, under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Gillespie throws it back over to Briggs, back to Gillespie, left of the top of the key, now throws it into the right short corner, back to Briggs, right wing, trying to throw it to the top of the key. Ball's tapped out, and bringing it back down is Gillespie. She pump fakes, drives into the left high post, now dumps it off here, down right lane line, Blackwell, and she'll travel with it. There was a lot of contact between her, Michaela Wasson, and Jenna Fortin, but they say she walked with the ball first, and it'll go back to Oberlin here with a 2-point lead, 5:42 left first quarter. Briley Minnick gives it off to Jenna Fortin up the near side, breaking the press across the timeline, right to left. Throws over to the right wing for Elsie Larson. Larson with the ball. Larson now looking to drive, right baseline, gets past Gillespie, goes up for two, has her shot blocked by Ballman. Ballman picks it up in the left low block, but then will throw it out of bounds. Trying to get it to Gillespie, was running up the far side of the floor, left to right, and they'll throw it out of bounds. Turnover number 3 for the Bulldogs in the early going. It's a team that only averages, but does average a lot of turnovers, 19.2 on the season. Already at 3 here in the first quarter. 5:23 left first quarter. Briley Minnick with the ball, stops between the rings, throws over to Elsie Larson, left wing, now driving left baseline around Gillespie, tried to go up with a reverse layup, now just throws it up in the air. It's up for grabs, picked up out of the air by Blackwell. Blackwell racing it up the middle of the floor, dumps it off here, skipping the pass over. Smith trying to get it to Gillespie, off her hands and out of bounds on the near side. As Gillespie was on the right wing, the pass went to about the volleyball line. She was able to get a hand on it, barely, but it goes off her hand out of bounds. And back to the Red Devils it goes. Briley Minnick with the ball, gets it into Elsie Larson. Larson guarded by Blackwell, trying to get it across, and Blackwell will put 2 hands up in the air, steal the ball, now takes it over to the rack, count the bucket, and one. Braylon Blackwell, the turnover that leads to a bucket, and the Red Devils' 5-0 lead evaporates just like that, and we're knotted up at 5 apiece with 4:58 left in the first quarter. So the foul goes against Elsie Larson, her first, team foul number 2. Next, first, and the and one up there for Braylon Blackwell. It's up and in. Blackwell 1-1 for the charity stripe. Minnick to Fortin on the far side. Fortin brings it up right to left across the timeline, runs herself into a trap. Gillespie all over, trying to steal the ball away, and Brandon Gehring calls a timeout just right as Bryn Gillespie stole the ball away, but they say Oberlin still had possession. But so far, it has been a good one here, 6-5. Red Devils down by 1 here on 101.1 KFNF.
A step towards better health. High Plains Podiatry.
If you've tried everything to get rid of your warts, High Plains Podiatry offers innovative Swift microwave therapy. Swift is clean and unevasive to get rid of your warts, leaving no blisters or scarring. And it doesn't even need bandages. Move on from warts with amazingly effective wart removal technique from High Plains Podiatry. Call 345-3773 or visit highplainspodiatry.com.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
So the Red Devils got out to a 5-0 lead, but that has quickly evaporated, and now they find themselves down 6-5 on a 6-5 Quinter run. Riley Minnick with the ball, gets it into Elsie Larson out of the Oberlin timeout. Now Michaela Wasson with the ball in between the rings, foot on the volleyball line, throws over to Maria Rodriguez. Maria on the right wing, back to Michaela at the top of the key, over to Briley Minnick. Briley comes off a screen, pops the top of the key three, missed it off front iron. Michaela stuck her hand in there, tapped it out, but Gillespie picks it up along the baseline, running up the near side, left to right across the timeline, avoids a double team, now on the right baseline, lobs it up inside, and drawing a foul from behind will be Camry Getz. Beautiful pass from Bryn Gillespie underneath, running the transition game, and it almost led to a 2, but instead it will lead to a foul, and that is the third foul on the Red Devils, first on Briley Minnick. Kicked out to Blackwell with the ball between the rings, throws it back over to Gillespie, around the horn quickly, dumping it off inside. Gillespie turns over the right shoulder, puts it up for 2, missed it. Jenna Fortin comes up with the rebound just inside the left low block. Fortin now the long throw ahead to Elsie Larson, who stops above the left wing, now drives it to the top of the key, gets it inside of Michaela Wasson, it goes off her shin. She's along the near sideline in front of the Quinter bench, barely gets the ball out. Briley Minnick dribbling on her butt, is able to get it out to Michaela Wasson. Wasson now pulls up from 18 and hits. How about that? Brandon Gehring will take that any day of the week, that's for sure. Broken play from the beginning, but the Red Devils still get 2 out of it and take the lead back 7-6 with 3:44 to go in the first quarter of play. Gillespie with the ball, throws it to Briggs, back to Gillespie on the left wing, back to Briggs on the right wing. Pump fakes, Briggs, 2 steps inside the lane, missed it. The shot was airballed and partially tipped, and picking it up out of the air was Camry Getz. She spun over the left shoulder on a drop step, laid it in for 2. Quickly up the near side of the floor here is Jenna Fortin into the left corner for Maria Rodriguez. Rodriguez now takes it down and around on a curl all the way down the right lane line, blocked by Getz. And Maria Rodriguez was just going to try to take that to the hole. Getz met her there in the middle of the lane, forced her back to the right low block. She went with a scoop shot, thought she got fouled, but they say no call. And so Jenna will have it underneath her own hoop to inbound, throws it out to the top of the key. Now Briley Minnick going one-on-one here with Blackwell, will throw it up over to the left shoulder, misses the shot, Getz with a rebound, quickly back to Blackwell, who cuts through the middle of the lane, missed the shot, Getz with a rebound, she's blocked by Briley Minnick, and now Elsie Larson almost taking it away on the left wing from Briggs, but Gillespie was there to pick it up. Now Blackwell with a top of the key 3, and she knocks it down. Braylon Blackwell now with 7 of the 11 for the Bulldogs, and they lead by 4, 11-7 with 2:43 left in the first quarter. Jenna Fortin breaks the timeline to the far side to Jory for 3, fouled from behind, and she's going to head to the free throw line with 3 free shots here, and a chance to cut it to a 1-point game with 2:38 left in the first quarter. So Jory Fortin at the free throw line, the 5'2 freshman this year, 44%, 14 of 32, and she switches the first one home. So Jory Fortin averages 2.7 a game. He's got 1 now. And to make it 2. She drains the first 2 of the 3 shots, 11-9. Red Devils down by 2 now. 2:38 left in the first quarter of play. Jory back at the free throw line, stands at the nail, bends the knees, misses it off front iron. Getz comes up with a rebound. Getz gets it out to Blackwell, up the far side of the floor, left to right, now skips it over to Gillespie into the right corner. Smith for 3, off front iron, backside rebound, brought down by Jory Fortin. Gets it out to Jenna. Jenna in the middle of the lane, now takes it up the right lane line, and will bring it across the timeline. Jenna throws it over to Jory. Jory on the left wing to the top of the key, over to Michaela Wasson to the right wing for Jenna Fortin. Jenna off the screen, pulls up from 18, misses it hard backside. A rebound brought down by Gillespie. She crashes into Larson, now throws it up the floor to Smith. Back to Gillespie at the top of the key. Lob pass inside Blackwell at the high post. Back to Gillespie at the top of the key. Quickly around the horn to the hands of Gruenbacher. To the top of the key again for Gillespie. Over to the left wing for Smith, to Gillespie, back to Smith. as they pass it around. Now they were trying to go with a skip pass. It's tipped up in the air. Gillespie comes down with it out to Schmidt. Gruenbacher for three. No, it'll go offside iron. Up into the air off the back of the backboard and out of bounds. And so it will go back to Oberlin here. And it looks like we got a little perspiration on the floor somewhere on the left low block. Quinter student section helping out the official there. And he throws the towel back over to Coach Yavalis. It looks like we're ready to go. 11-9, 2-point game. Red Devils down by 2. 1:46 left in the first quarter. It has been one heck of a ball game so far. Red Devils got out to a 5-0 lead. And it was a 6-0 run to get Quinter back into it. Middle of the floor, Michaela Watson has it taken away by Bryn Gillespie. What a steal. And she turns it into her first 2 points a game off the turnover. And now drawing a foul along the baseline is Jenna Fortin there. Michaela got it at about the high post on Quinter's side. And then when she turned to face up and get that ball up the near sideline, it was Gillespie that just ripped it out of her hands. Briley Minnick to inbound again, gets it to Jenna Fortin, gives it back over to Elsie Larson on the far side. Larson back to Briley. Briley brings it up the middle of the floor to Jenna as they bring it across the timing strip. Jenna with the ball over to the right wing for Elsie Larson, rejects the screen, now driving right baseline to the rack. 1-on-2, and she's fouled. Great job, Elsie Larson attacking to the hoop, even with both Gruenbacher and Getz coming in to try to take her down. The foul will go against Gruenbacher, her first, and team foul number 3 on the Bulldogs and number 4 on the Bulldogs in the quarter. Larson is able to sink the first free throw. She's now got 4 points. Elsie set the tone early with a big-time 3 on the first possession of the game. Second one here for Elsie. That one drops home. Red Devils, who have had some struggles at the free throw line the past few games, have been hot here so far. Across the top line, Gillespie shoots it up the near side of the floor to Johnson. Back to Gillespie, over to the left wing for Gruenbacher in the left corner. Back to Gillespie, around the horn to Johnson, who stops and pops a 3, misses it off the back iron. Gruenbacher out, rebound Story Fortin, who throws it to Gillespie for 3. No, but we do have a foul underneath. And it's going to go against Getz, who is working against Briley Minnick underneath. So the 5'11 sophomore will draw her first foul, team foul number 5. And that means Briley Minnick is going to head to the free throw line to shoot 2. And like I mentioned, the Red Devils, who have been shooting over 60% as a team most of the season, have dropped all the way down to 56% after some tough shooting nights from the charity stripe. 170 for 304 coming into the game. And so far tonight, they're 4 of 5 from that charity stripe. Briley Minnick back at the free throw line here. So Briley at the free throw line for her first free throws today. 61% shooter, 38-62. First one up for Briley, and it swishes home. That was something in the early part of the season that really made the Red Devils tough to beat. It seemed like any time they were going to the free throw line, they were making them, and it was making it tough on the opponents. And they're doing a good job here today. 13-12. Briley can tie it with this free throw, and she will. So Briley 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. Her first 2 points of the game. Gillespie up the middle of the floor, gets it off to Blackwell. Blackwell loses the ball, barely got it back out here to Johnson, who throws it up to Gillespie off her hand. It goes across the timeline. It'll be over and back. The 5th turnover for the Bulldogs could lead to a bucket here for the Red Devils with under a minute to play. 52.4 left in the first quarter. It's 13-13. Between the Red Devils and the Bulldogs. Crossing the timeline, Jenna Fortin with the ball above the volleyball line. Comes off of a screen from Briley. Now dribbles it all the way to the right corner. She stopped there. Now throws it back up to Michaela at the top of the key with 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Jory off of a screen, stops, pops a 3 for the top of the key. Missed it, can't get the roll. It went off side iron, then went off the right iron. Now it's Blackwell coming up with a rebound, takes it all the way down, kicks it back out. Johnson for 3. That's Gruenbacher actually. Gets with the offensive rebound out to Gillespie into the left left corner for Johnson. Back to Gillespie here with 20 seconds to go. Over to Gruenbacher on the right wing to Gillespie, who steps into a three from the left wing. Off front iron, being tipped around underneath. Gets with a rebound. Up for two and in with 10 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Briley Minnick gets it into Jory Fortin with 5. With 4, Jory trying to get it back to Briley. It'll be stolen away with 1. The shot of the buzzer from Gillespie, and they won't say a foul on her, but that's where the quarter will come to a close. So a big shot on an offensive rebound by Camry Getz gives her 4 points and gives the Bulldogs the lead 15-13. 1 quarter in the books here from the Doghouse. It's Quinter 15, Oberlin 13 on 101.1 KFNF.
Banking should be simple and convenient. With FNB Bank, it is. Whether online, by phone, or with a debit card, accessing your money has never been easier. Imagine managing your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go with just a few taps. FNB Bank in Oberlin, Kansas makes it all possible, ensuring you have control of your banking 24/7. Experience the convenience of modern banking with FNB Bank. Visit fnbbank.com today.
Forget the flashy ads and gimmicks. Farmers, you need fertilizer equipment you can trust. J.D. Skiles in Atwood, Kansas delivers what truly matters: integrity and innovation. From custom fertilizer trailers and pit stop chemical systems to liquid fertilizer systems, they've got it all. Need more efficient spraying equipment? They have the most innovative ATV and UTV sprayers available. No frills, just quality. Visit them online at jdskiles.com or 101 Grant Street in Atwood, Kansas today. J.D. Skiles, where farming meets excellence without compromise.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Back here from the Doghouse, or the house that Brutus built, I guess you could say, here in Quinter. 15-13, Bulldogs in front by 2 as we start quarter number 2. Oberlin with the ball, backdoor cutting Elsie Larson, who puts it off glass and in for 2 from the left low block. The Red Devils have run that play so many times where they get to the high post and then they find the backdoor cutter. It works again. Elsie Larson with 7 of the Red Devils tied at 15. With the ball on the left wing, here is Johnson. Throws it back to Briggs, to Johnson on the left wing. Back to Briggs at the top of the key, trying to get it to Gillespie. They do on the right wing. She didn't want to look into Getz, now skips it over. Johnson for 3, in and out, rimmed out. It was halfway down, tipped around underneath. Briggs with the rebound, put it up for 2, lost it off her hands out of bounds. And it will go back to the Red Devils here. And technically that will be a turnover. 6th for the Bulldogs. And back to Oberlin it goes. So the Red Devils again dealing with this pressure from the Bulldogs here. Kind of man-to-man as well as 1-2-1-1. Quickly up to the near side. Larson brings it across the timeline, kicks it out. Maria Rodriguez, left wing 3, in and out, was halfway down as well. Bringing it about down to the middle of the lane there as Camry Getz. She kicks it out to Briggs. Briggs up the far side, left to right across the timeline to Gillespie. Over to the right wing into the hands of Smith. Smith, couple of dribbles with the left hand, throws it to the top of the key inside the Bulldog head, gets it to Gillespie. Gillespie now avoids a defender, takes it down the right lane line, and was fouled. It was Elsie Larson making her way all the way out there, coming up with a steal. Went past her, did Gillespie, and then drew a foul at the right elbow. And the foul will be against Maria Rodriguez, her first, team foul number 1 for the Red Devils in the quarter. Camry Getz checks out of the contest. Ballman back in, looking to get it in underneath the hoop of Serenity Smith. She throws it at the top of the key, and Rodriguez, just like that, just a little over a minute into the second quarter, has picked up her second foul after she went the whole first quarter with no fouls. And they messed up on the scoreboard. They put the number in the foul region, and it said the Red Devils had 22 fouls in the quarter. I'm like, that's not right. Ballman with the ball on the left wing, gets it out to Blackwell. The skip pass here to the right wing, and trying to take it inside with a little fancy move was Briggs, but instead she will pick up the pivot foot and send it back to the Red Devils with a travel. 15-15, 6:58 left in the first half of play. Red Devils and Bulldogs knotted up here on the near side. Is Elsie Larson in trouble, working against the press. Back to Jenna, middle of the floor for Michaela Wasson. Throws over to Briley Minnick. Briley trying to find Maria Rodriguez, back door, and running in to throw that out of bounds was Mia Briggs. She was basically at the top of the key and somehow darted underneath to shove that ball out of bounds. or else it would have been 2 for the Red Devils. Getting it inside of Michaela Wasson, back out, and Jenna Fortin puts it up from 15. No. Rebound, caroming around on the floor, and finally a jump ball will be called, as there was 2 red jerseys there. That was Elsie Larson and Michaela Wasson, along with Blackwell and Ballman, all going after the ball. And finally, a jump ball was called there inside the middle of the lane, just below the volleyball line. And with 6:24 to go, it's Quinter ball again. Blackwell with the ball, top of the key, throws it over to Gillespie. Gillespie, right short corner, dumps it off inside the lane to a cutting Smith, who missed the runner. Rebound, Gillespie, she puts it up for 2, missed that. Briley Minnick comes down with a rebound. Briley up the near side, looking to get it across the timeline. Instead retreats and gets it back out to Jenna. Jenna brings it across the timeline, stands with the ball inside center circle. Now trying to dump it off middle of the floor there at the top of the key for Michaela Wasson. Tapped away by Gillespie, and then it was into the hands of Smith, who lost the ball. And the Red Devils get it back after turnovers all around, and then Briley Minnick will throw it away. So at least 2 turnovers apiece from either team there. And the Red Devils, at least 2 for the Red Devils there and 1 for the Bulldogs in the end. The foul on the other end here comes from Elsie Larson, her second. So Maria Rodriguez checks out. Larson has 2. The Red Devils now have 3 fouls in the quarter to none from the Bulldogs. Skip pass over here to Smith on the left wing. Smith with the ball, throws it to the top of the key above the volleyball line. Gillespie now to the right corner, 3 ball on the way. Mia Briggs, you betcha. Mia Briggs with her first 3 of the game. She's hit now 13 of them on the season. And Jenna Fortin trying to get it back, almost lost the ball, almost had it stolen away. Michaela Watson might have got away with a walk, but she gets it out to Briley Minnick, who will bring it across the timeline. Briley with the ball on the left wing, throws it up to Jory Fortin. Fortin with the ball at the top of the key to Michaela Watson at the high post. Throws it back to Jory. Jory right at the top of the circle. Throws it over to the right wing here for Elsie Larson. Larson coming off the screen, stops top of the key for a 3. In and out, was halfway down as well. And then it went off the backboard and went back off front iron. Briggs with a long pass ahead to Gillespie. She'll throw it off of the foot. Got lucky there. Unlucky for Jory Fortin, and went through her hands off the foot of Jory and out of bounds. It was an impressive save by Blackwell. The last time the Red Devils had it down here working against the pressure, she saved it in bounds to Michaela. Now a skip pass over. Pumping the 3. Here is Smith. She kicks it back out. Gillespie pumps from 15. Takes him into the lane. Splits 2 defenders. Lays up the floater. Missed it. Rebound underneath. Blackwell missed it. Got it again. And she'll lay it up and in for 2. Braylon Blackwell with 9 points. She averages 6.1 rebounds per game and showed it there. And the Red Devils find themselves down 5 with 4:31 left in the first half. 20-15 Quinter here on 101.1 KFNF.
Next Tech is proud to now offer social media monitoring from Bark, designed by parents for parents. Bark is a service that scans text messages, over 30 social media apps, and other online activity, keeping you informed and your child protected. With Bark from Next Tech, parents get alerts for potential dangers easily and effortlessly. Interested in learning more? Visit next-tech.com/bark or call 877-625-7872.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Back here from the doghouse where you can hear it. It is a ruckus environment here tonight as we're watching 2 Northwest Kansas League rivals duke it out punch for punch. The Red Devils got out to a 5-0 lead in the first quarter. Quinter came back with a 6-0 run. We've been even pretty much for the most part. But to start quarter number 2, it is a 5-2 run by the Bulldogs, and they lead 20-15 here with 4:31 left in the first half. Skip pass to Briley Minnick. Briley shoots it back over across the floor to Jenna, who crosses her way and weaves her way to the middle of the lane. Jenna gets it off to the high post for Michaela Wasson. Michaela faces up, throws over the right wing for Elsie. Elsie with the ball there. Ball on the right hip, now crossing over. And we got a foul that'll be called on Briley Minnick. So that'll be the second on Briley. Red Devils in some foul trouble here with still half of the first half left, half of the second quarter left. Briley Minnick with 2 fouls, Elsie Larson with 2 fouls, and Maria Rodriguez with 2 fouls. 4 fouls for the Red Devils in the quarter, none for the Bulldogs. Briggs will bring it up across the timeline, Now beneath the volleyball line, now actually 1 foot on the volleyball line, throws over to Gillespie on the left wing, back to Briggs, to Gillespie again. Gillespie gets it inside here to Velez. Velez will put it up for 2 and missed it. Got a great runner there from just beyond the left low block with a left hand, but missed it. Larson taking it up the near side, almost has it tapped away by Blackwell from behind, but it caroms off of a hand of Gillespie, and it'll stay with the Red Devils on their side of the floor with 3:53 to go in the first half of play, 20-15. With the ball, lob pass here from Jenna to Briley. Briley down right lane line, lost her balance, kicked it back out to Jory. Jory got a free lane down the right lane line, and she'll go up for 2 and be fouled. Great job by Jory Fortin. Great pump fake there on the left wing, and then took it with a right hand down into the baseline, down on the right lane line, and put it up for 2, and it was fouled. The foul against Getz is her second. That'll be team foul number 1 for the Bulldogs in the quarter. 3:47 left before we retreat to the locker rooms. 20-15, and Oberlin trying to get points 3 and 4 of the quarter here out of Jory Fortin, and she'll drain the first. Jory now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe already today. Second one coming for Jory, and it is up and in. Big free throws right there by Jory Fortin. 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. 20-17. Red Devils down by 3. Bring it across the timeline. Here is Briggs. Briggs with the ball, throws it over. Barely got into the hands of Blackwell. Almost threw it out of bounds. Back to Briggs. Over to Blackwell on the left wing. Inside to Getz. She spins over the right shoulder. Missed the shot. Partially blocked by Minnick. Got her own rebound back. Missed a second chance opportunity. Briley might have got away with a foul there. Up the far side. Briley crossing over. Now throws it back out to Jenna Fortin in the left corner. Jenna with the ball. Left wing. Crossing over. Now in a double team. Shoots it back out to Elsie Larson. Larson with a skip pass over to Jory. Right at the top of the circle. Gets a screen. Stops at the top of the key. Gets it inside to Michaela Washington. Pulls up from 15. Missed it too strong off the backside. Velez comes down with a rebound. Gets it out here in front. Sue Gillespie, who finds Blackwell. Gets it back to Briggs at the top of the key. Briggs dribbling in between out of everybody. Throws over to Gillespie. Skip pass to Blackwell, who pump fakes. Blackwell drives middle of the lane with a little hesitation. Missed it. Gets with a rebound. She puts it up and in for 2. Camry Getz with 6 points, most of them coming off of the offensive rebound. 22-17, 5-point game for Quinter. Elsie Larson brings it across the timeline. Red Devils down by 5, 2:39 left. Larson on the drive, splits 2 defenders, lays it up just a little too hard. Missed it off the backboard, then went off front iron. Blackwell now looking to push up the far side. Dumps it off to Gillespie, left corner 3, off front iron. And the rebound along the baseline. Jory Fortin can't come up with it. Velez does, who finds a cutting Blackwell down the middle of the lane. And she'll put it up and in for 2. Braylon Blackwell now makes it 24-17 Bulldogs with 2:12 left in the first half. Jenna Fortin brings it across the timeline, lobs it up to the high post, taken away from behind by Gillespie. Gillespie, the bounce pass into the hands of Briggs, and she'll lay it up and in for 2 with the scoop shot. The turnover, the 7th from the Red Devils, leads to a bucket, and the largest lead of the night for the Bulldogs continues to grow. It's out to 9, 26-17. It's 26-17 Quinter here on 101.1 KFNF.
Agriculture, a hard-working industry built by a labor of love, blood, sweat, and tears. An industry that is constantly changing at an increasing rate with not enough hours in the day. Nutrien Ag Solutions is here to help carry the burden by offering multiple financing options, in-depth soil health and productivity analysis, field-by-field seed recommendations, and industry-leading services. Nutrien, working smarter and harder. Contact your local Nutrien today.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from the Doghouse in Quinter, Kansas on I-70, where so far tonight it has been the home team with the advantage, 26-17, with just 2 minutes left in the first half. 2 minutes even, how about that? 2 minutes even left here in the first half of play between the Bulldogs and the Red Devils. Getting into Jory Fortin along the baseline. Jory racing up the right side, finds Michaela in the middle of the floor. Michaela almost losing the basketball, is able to get it back to Elsie Larson as they break the press. Now with the ball at the top of the key, Jenna Fortin. Jenna calling out the signals, throws it over to Jory on the right wing. Jory off of a screen, lobs it up to Maria Rodriguez. Great pick and roll. Maria can't finish the layup though on the right low block. Gillespie comes out with the rebound, looking to push, kicks it off to Blackwell, who will put it up and in for 2. 13 points now for Blackwell. And Jory Fortin trying to get it back to Jenna will overthrow her out of bounds. And it's the 8th turnover for the Red Devils in the half. And it's 28-17, 11-point game for the Bulldogs. Smith lobs it up to the top of the key here for Briggs. Briggs with the basketball below the volleyball line. Now looking for a little bit of help out there. She's waiting for somebody to come get the ball. Instead now throws it to Smith. Gets it inside to Velez. Velez takes one dribble inside the lane. She brought it down low, and that's what you can't do if you're a post player. Bring it down low. Want to keep that ball along your chest, and when she did that, Maria just went and wrapped her up for a jump ball. And so it'll go back to Oberlin here. This is a big opportunity here for Oberlin. 1:16 left in the first half. Down by 11, 28-17. Briley Minnick looking to get it in. Throws it into Elsie Larson. Larson guarded heavily by Smith. Takes it up the right side, and then Smith accidentally trips her there. And didn't mean to at all. And Smith kind of come up and then telling Elsie Larson the same thing. Didn't mean to, but it is a foul. And so that foul against Smith will be her 3rd, and so she will check out of the contest. That could be huge here for the Red Devils. 1:12 to go in the first half. Red Devils down by 11, 28-17. Jenna Fortin with the basketball, looking to bring it across the top line. She does, guarded by Briggs here, looking for a backdoor cutting Jory Fortin, and Blackwell read it, picks it off along the baseline. Now Blackwell up the near side, left to right, gets it out here to Gruenbacher. That's Johnson, who throws it back up over to the top of the key for Blackwell to Gillespie, back to Johnson in the right corner to Gillespie. She takes one dribble, back to Johnson, right corner 3, swoosh for Kendall Johnson. So Kendall Johnson makes it 31-17. Red Devils working against the pressure, in trouble. Jenna Fortin gets it out to Elsie Larson to Briley Minnick into the middle of the floor for Michaela Wasson. Michaela stops, gets it back out to Elsie. Elsie with the ball, top of the key, 3, in and out, halfway down again. It pinballed around between each rim and popped out. Blackwell now looking to push to Gillespie. Takes one dribble from 15 along the right baseline, missed it. Backside rebound to the hands of Briley Minnick. Briley gets it out to Jory. Jory will race it up the far side with 13 seconds to go. Gets it off to Jenna. Jenna in trouble there in a double team and will draw a foul on the far sideline across from the Quinter bench with 10.5 seconds to go. So 10.5 seconds to go here in the first half of play, 31-17. With the basketball will be Briley Minnick to inbound across from the Quinter bench. Briley gets it into Jory. Jory drives it down, right baseline, goes with a reverse layup, put it up against the backboard. Elsie with the offensive rebound, up for 2. She missed that, and they'll say it was last touched by Blackwell underneath, and the Red Devils get lucky. They had 2 opportunities there, missed a couple of point-blank range layups. 4.5 seconds left in the first half of play. Briley gets it into Briley, scoops it over the right shoulder and puts it in for 2 from the left low block as time expires. So a good note to end on for the Red Devils. Briley Minnick now with 4. And we head to the break, though. Quinter showing its dominance in the second quarter. They lead it 31-19. We'll take a break, come back with your first half numbers. 31-19 Bulldogs here on 101.1 KFNF.
Of a trusted service center is comfort that lasts all year. Arnhem Service Center in downtown Oberlin offers Tempstar Ion System gas furnaces that ensure your home to stay warm all winter long, and Ion System air conditioners to help keep you cool in the summer. How do they do it? With variable speed blower motors that manage humidity and temperature seamlessly. Experience whole home comfort like never before. Discover more. Stop by Arnhem Service Center in downtown Oberlin. Where hometown charm meets fresh market dreams. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin is a feast for the senses. Hand-picked produce, sizzling steaks, and hearty roasts await your dinner table. Quality soars in every aisle. Shopping at Ray's is a breeze, leaving the heavy lifting to them as they escort your groceries right to your car. Experience the difference at Ray's Grocery. Fresh, friendly, and always local. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin.
There is a difference between going to the bank and going to the bank. When you go to the bank, it's just...
Hello, welcome to the bank.
How can we bore you?
But when you go to the bank,
Hi, welcome to The Bank. How can we help you?
and that help is offered to you in 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. From services and loans to state-of-the-art financial products, come to where the difference is better. The Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and ShareJack purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits it into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.1% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
Sneezes, sniffles, or seasonal blues. It might seem like a small bother, but right now at Ward Drug in Oberlin, it's the perfect time to get your vaccinations. Protect yourself and your loved ones with their comprehensive range of vaccines. As an independently owned pharmacy, Ward Drug offers personalized care you can trust. Don't wait for the next wave of germs to hit. Your health is your wealth at Ward Drug. Visit warddrugstore.com or call them at 785-475-2285.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
AquaShield Roofing not only offers roofing for residential and business, but siding, guttering, insulation, windows, and doors, construction and remodeling too. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call, 785-475-2533. AquashieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Quinter High School and the final game of the regular season for the Oberlin Lady Red Devils and Red Devil boys. We're in our girls matchup right now at halftime, where the Red Devils are down 31-19 here at the break. Take you through your first half. Quarter by quarter, Quinter led after the first quarter 15-13 and outscored Oberlin 16-6 in the second quarter for a 31-19 halftime lead. For Coach Hovelis and his Quinter Bulldogs individually, 3 points from Kendall Johnson, 5 from Mia Briggs, 2 from Bryn Gillespie, 14 from Braylon Blackwell, 1 from Shaylee Ballman, and 6 from Camry Getz. The Bulldogs at the free throw line go 2 of 3. They commit 8 turnovers. For the Red Devils in the first half, it's 4 points from Briley Minnick, 4 from Jory Fortin, 2 from Michaela Wasson, 7 from Elsie Larson, and 2 from Maria Rodriguez. The Red Devils commit 8 turnovers in the first half, but they go 8 of 9 from the free throw line. One of their better shooting nights from the charity stripe in a long while, and it's helped them out, keeping them in this contest, and they really need to keep that going in the second half for sure. But what was the difference in that first half? Rebounding and turnovers on your side of the floor. So when Oberlin inbounds to get it to the other side of half court, I guess on the Quinter side of half court is what I meant to say, but they've had a lot of turnovers there that have led to buckets or just led to Quinter being able to wreak havoc and make them take a lot of time off trying to get that ball across the timeline and then make your possession a little bit out of sorts as well. And Quinter's doing what they want to do with that pressure. The Red Devils, though, came out on a hot streak to start quarter number 1, got up 5-0. Elsie Larson came out, banged a straightaway 3, and then Red Devils got out 5-0, and since then it's kind of been back and forth, and then Quinter in that second quarter was able to just kind of rise to another level, but Coach Gehring's squad was hanging with them. They just weren't able to score. Missed a lot of layups in that second quarter, and you kind of heard Coach Gehring talk about it. That was kind of the downfall a little bit there for the Red Devils against Norton. Just missed some layups down the stretch, especially in that fourth quarter, that if they would have just made, half of those, they probably would have won by 5. But instead they ended up losing by 2, and that's kind of been the situation here. Along with the turnovers, offensive rebounding has been killing the Red Devils too as well. So that's certainly something that they got to work out here at halftime. Find a way to stop Camry Getz, but it hasn't just been her. It's been Velez. It's been Ballman. It's also been Blackwell. It seems like Blackwell, along with Gillespie, have been able to get a lot of offensive rebounds. It's kind of been everybody. So the rebounding got to go up to a different level here in the second half. And then the Red Devils have got to take their defense to another level here as well, because they kind of, I don't want to say they let the gas pedal off, but Quinter was able to find a little bit of success with their offense there. The Red Devils turned them over a lot in that first quarter, not so much in the second. So lots of things to do differently in the second half, and I'm sure Coach Gehring and his coaches going over that here at the break, but definitely at the top of the list, turnovers and rebounds. Can't let them get those free points, kind of like Coach Gehring said in his pregame interview. They don't want to have them get those runaway layups or steal the ball on the Quinter side of the court and then just lay it up and in for two with a couple of steps. They want to get it down the floor and make them turn them over down there. So that way it's a little bit tough. You can run a transition defense. And then you got to rebound. Got to step up the rebounding a lot, especially inside. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have second half action here from Quinter. It's 31-19, Bulldogs in front here at the break.
Creative Collision in Oberlin reminds you, when involved in an accident, the insurance company will pay for towing to the shop of your choice within a reasonable distance. Not the closest shop available. No law requires you to get more than one estimate. You choose the shop and authorize the repairs. Remember, your car, your choice. Creative Collision, Oberlin's choice body shop for all your collision and restoration services. Call them at 785-470-2130 or stop by at 1843 Highway 83 in Oberlin.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Culligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Culligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Halftime back here from the Doghouse in Quinter, where it's the Bulldogs in front 31-19 over your Lady Red Devils, 15-13 after one Quinter, but a 16-6 second quarter propels the Bulldogs for a halftime lead. And as you know, the sub-state brackets have been released for the 1A Division I level. So Oberlin already knows who they'll be playing in sub-state coming up next week. On Monday, they will be taking on Lakeside at home, 6 o'clock tip-off. We'll have the coverage right here on KFNF, 545 pregame, Oberlin and Lakeside. Getting the number one seed and that sub-state was Quinter. Number 4 goes to Osborne. Number 2 to Central Plains. Number 3 to Rawlins County. So Oberlin with the win as the 6th seed will take on Rawlins County from the Colby Event Center on Saturday, March 1st at 7 o'clock. But with a loss, that means they go home. As for Quinter, they're awaiting the winner of Creeley County and Ellis. But that's looking ahead to Monday. These two teams right now trying to look ahead into the second half and see who's going to come out as a winner in this Northwest Kansas League matchup between these two teams. It's been a gauntlet so far, 31-19 as we start the third quarter of play. 7:53 left here in the third quarter. Quick three already, and missing the shot off the back iron there was Blackwell. They get it back to her now. She top of the key three this time, missed it. Rebound goes into the hands along the baseline of Jenna Fortin, but then Blackwell strips it away from behind. She'll pull it up for two and be fouled. Blackwell doing everything on the first possession for the Bulldogs, and she's out of the free throw line to shoot two. So Braylon Blackwell doing it all. She missed 2 threes and then followed her own shot trying to get a rebound there. Jenna was racing it up the near side, and she just swiped it away from her from behind. And Blackwell's first free throw is up and in. She's now got 15 points and is 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. Second one on the way. Yes. Let's make her 3 for 3, 16 points for Blackwell, coming off of a 14-point night against Trigo. Certainly her biggest performance in a couple of games. Larson off of a screen from Rodriguez inside the arc, pulls it back out to Michaela Watson over to the left wing, driving left baseline. Jenna Fortin throws it back up to Maria Rodriguez, down right lane line of the rack, and she'll be fouled and will head to the free throw line to shoot two. So the Red Devils will be at the charity stripe here with 7:20 left. The foul will go against Braylon Blackwell, her first. First one of the way for Maria is up and in. Maria Rodriguez now with 3 points. 1 of 1 at the charity stripe. Came in 65%, 20 of 31. Second one of the way, missed it hard off front iron. Rebound brought down to the left elbow, by Briggs. Brings it across the timeline to Gillespie. Inside Blackwell, taken away by Rodriguez. Dumped into the hands of Fortin. Fortin in trouble there. Now throws it back out to Michaela Watson over to the left wing for Larson. Larson driving left baseline of the rack, blocked by Ballman. But they'll say she put a little too much body in. And headed to the free throw line here is Elsie Larson. So Elsie doing a great job attacking the hoop tonight. And it leads to 2 more free throws for her. First one up, and she missed it. Elsie, 2 of 3 now from the charity stripe. 33-20. Red Devils down by 13 here with 7:03 to go in the third quarter. Second one of the way for Elsie. 1 of 2. She's got 8 points. Red Devils down 33-21. Quickly, a long pass ahead to Smith. Back to Blackwell at the top of the key. Right at the top of the circle for Briggs. Briggs, couple of dribbles there with the right hand. Over to Smith again. Into the left corner this time for Bowman. Bowman inside to Blackwell. Blackwell inside the middle of the lane. Trying to kick it back out to Briggs. Almost lost it. Briggs picks it back up. Down right lane line with a scoop shot. Missed it. Bowman taps it out with a rebound to Smith on the left wing. She pump fakes. Smith looking to drive. Rodriguez wreaking havoc. Trying to come up with a steal. And instead will come up with a foul. So just got a little too much of the body, trying to come up with a steal from behind. Third for Maria Rodriguez, second for the Red Devils in the quarter. Down 33-21. Looking to get it in. Lob pass out here into the hands of Briggs. Briggs on the left wing. Trying to take it back to the top of the key. Over to the left wing for Smith. Into the left corner. Blackwell from 18. No. Rebound brought down by Michaela Wasson in the middle of the lane. Gets it back out here into the hands of Jenna Fortin. Fortin brings it across the timeline. Left to right. Now above the volleyball line between the rings. Dumps it off to Michaela Wasson. Wasson back to Briley Minnick. Briley off the screen. Looking. Throws it out to Jenna. Jenna pump fakes. Jenna looking to drive. Almost lost it. Got it back. Now Jenna turning the corner just inside the arc. Gets it inside. Briley Minnick over the right shoulder with the fadeaway shot. Can't get it to go in the middle of the lane. Rebound Blackwell up to Smith, who finds a cutting Bowman along the baseline. Bowman losing her balance, trying to throw it back out to Smith. Will throw it out of bounds along the near side near the press table, and Oberlin will get it back with turnover number 9 from Quinter. So Oberlin with the basketball back here. 5:54 left in the third quarter of play. 33-21. Jenna off of a screen, dribbles it off of her foot. She falls to the floor, picks it up. Briley Minnick now drives it down right lane line against Getz. Lays it up with a scoop shot. Missed it. Michaela Wasson with a rebound, but her and Getz will clash together for a jump ball, and it'll stay with Oberlin underneath their own hoop with 5:43 left in the third quarter. Jenna looking to get it inbound there along the left lane line. Jenna still looking, and they're going to say she stepped over the line? Oh, no, they say that Quinter stepped over the line. Jenna was looking around like, I didn't step over the line. Say Quinter stepped over the line, so it's just a warning. Jenna now lobs it into Briley. Briley back out to Jenna. Jenna pump fakes. Jenna now drives middle of the lane. Puts it up for 2 and is fouled. She ran into a brick wall with 3 different Quinter defenders inside the lane from block to block. And she went up against the middle one in Briggs and drew a foul from her. It's Mia's second and team foul number 3 for the Bulldogs in the quarter. First one of the way for Jenna's off front iron. Jenna, no points tonight, and is now 0 of 1 from the charity stripe. Jenna on the year, 56%, 35 of 63 from the nail. Second one of the way, missed it. And the rebound caroms out to the left corner, picked up by Blackwell. Blackwell racing it up the near side here, brings it across the timeline, and dumping it off inside. And we got a foul. That was a great job by Blackwell, taking it up the far side of the floor, right to left. And they got it inside. Minnick called for the foul, her third. There against Getz, who will switch home the first free throw. Getz now with 7 on the night. Getz at the free throw line this year, 58%, 42 of 72. Second one of the way, a couple of power dribbles there before she puts it up and drains them both. That one barely touched any of the nylon. 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. up the middle of the floor, across the timeline. Jenna dumps it off to Michaela Wasson, just inside the volleyball line. Couple of dribbles there, guarded by Getz. Now finds a backdoor cutting. Briley Minnick, and she'll try to lay it up there with the right hand, and was fouled. No, they'll say just blocked by Camry Getz. She kept that with a left hand. I think she would have been able to go up for two and probably would have got fouled. Tried to go with the right. Now Briley Minnick with a ball on the left elbow, takes it inside the lane, tries to split between her, Getz, and Briggs, and will go up with a scoop shot, and now we got another foul that'll come in. And this one's going to go against Briggs again. So that'll be Briggs' third foul, team foul number 4 for Quinter in the quarter. First one of the way for Briley Minnick is up and in. Briley, 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. She's got 5 points, 35-22. Second one of the way, you betcha. Briley drains them both. She's got 6. Make her 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. Across the timeline with the basketball is Gillespie. Throws her over into the right corner for Smith. Smith back to Gillespie at the top of the key. Dumps it off, high post. Blackwell double team from behind. A jump ball will be called as Maria Rodriguez and Blackwell crash into each other. Blackwell fell down on the floor. Blackwell, all of 5'6", is running the high post area for the Bulldogs. Faced up like you're supposed to, but Maria did a great job coming in from behind to force the jump ball. Looking to get it in underneath their own hoop. They feed it inside there to Gillespie, who splits 2 defenders, goes up for 2, gets with a rebound. Now Blackwell trying to come in and get it, and instead they got a foul on Oberlin. That's an interesting call there, as Blackwell was the one going up for the rebound against Elsie. But they call Elsie with a foul, and so that is her 4th foul. And so Elsie Larson will check out of the contest for Jory Fortin here. And Brandon's wanting an explanation on it because it looked like Blackwell crashed into Elsie trying to get the rebound. Lob pass out to Gillespie here on the right wing. Now to Blackwell, takes one dribble, throws it back out. Johnson pops a 3 off the front iron, the right low block. It's tapped into the hands of Blackwell, up for 2 again. No, Getz with the offensive rebound. Bodies flying everywhere along with hands. It finally goes out of bounds. They say last touched by the Red Devils. And there was a lot of push it and shove it underneath on that one, too. Lob pass up to the top of the key for Blackwell, and reach it in, trying to go after a foul is Maria Rodriguez, and that'll be her 4th. So the Red Devils in some serious foul trouble here. 4 from Larson, who is the leading scorer for the Red Devils tonight with 8. 4 from Rodriguez and 3 from Briley Minnick. And it sends Blackwell to the free throw line to shoot a pair with 4:40 left in the third quarter. 35-23. Red Devils have cut the lead to 12 again, and Blackwell extends it back out. Blackwell with 17 points on the night. 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. Blackwell averages 15 a game, coming off of a 14-point performance against Trigo. Drains the second. So make her 5 of 5 from that free throw line. 37-23. Over to the left wing, Jory Fortin driving left baseline, lays it up, partially blocked there by Getz, but she missed it as well, and the Red Devils, and almost getting away with the travel there is Smith. Now quickly back the other way, Gillespie wraps it around, Johnson left corner 3, you betcha. Kendall Johnson with a big one. She's got 6, and to make it 40-23. It's a 17-point game with 4:18 left in the third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout, be back with more. 40-23, Quinter in front here on 101.1 KFNF.
It's costing more and more to fill up your gas tank these days. When you pay at the pump at Decatur Co-op, you pay less, and you don't have to be a member to enjoy great competitive rates. Decatur Co-op has pay at the pump in Lenora, Jennings, Oberlin, and Herndon, Kansas, along with Danbury, Nebraska. Plus, you don't have to worry about whether it's cash or credit. All prices are the same, and Decatur Co-op accepts all major credit cards and the Decatur Co-op Association card. Next time, fill up at Decatur Co-op.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
10-8 Oberlin, 16-3 Quinter, and the Bulldogs flexing their muscles in front, 40-23. Been a very competitive third quarter, though, but the Red Devils just cannot find a way to get into the hoop. Aaron horn, but we keep playing. Here's Dory Fortin, gets it off to Briley Minnick. Briley hands it off to Jenna. Jenna just inside the arc, kicks it back out. Michaela Watson, college range three, and she knocks it down. Michaela Watson, the senior, with a huge shot to make it 40-26. Red Devils down here by 14, and Velez trying to respond on the other end. Puts it up for two just in below the free throw line there from about 13 feet, missed it. Rebound brought down by Briley, who takes it up the near side by herself to Jordy Fortin, top of the key three. Missed it. Michaela Watson, offensive rebound, takes a power dribble, splits two defenders, up for two, and she's fouled and will head to the free throw line. Michaela Watson hitting a big three, getting a big offensive rebound, and now has a chance to add to it. And I'm sure in that timeout, Coach Gehring challenging his squad here. Down by 14 to score some buckets. Get this one back within a range here. 6 points for Michaela Watson as she drains her first free throw. Michaela, 61% of the year, 28 of 46. Second one on the way. No, off the side of the iron. Rebound brought down middle of the lane there by Velez. Now quick throw ahead from Blackwell to Gillespie. Gillespie a couple of steps inside the lane. Missed it. Gets with the offensive rebound, and she puts it up and in for two. Gets maybe had the ball for 0.2 seconds in her hands. It was almost a tap in as it fell right to her. And now Michaela Watson getting it there above the left arc, about in line with the lane line. Tried to spin back and almost had it stolen away from Gillespie, but a foul comes in against her. And that'll be Gillespie's second team foul. 5 and counting here for Quinter in the quarter. 3:24 left in the third. 42-27, Bulldogs out in front. And at the free throw line, Michaela again, first one up and in. So it was 1 of 2 last time there. Now 2 of 3 on the night. 42-28, Red Devils trying to cut that lead. Back to within 10. We can get it within 10 before the quarter break. That'd be huge. Missing the second. Velez with a rebound. Jenna Fortin comes in, knocks it away from behind as Velez was trying to get it out there to Blackwell. And she knocked it away, but it was out of bounds, so it'll stay here with the Bulldogs. Johnson will dribble it up across the timeline. Johnson goes over to the left wing. Blackwell to Gillespie, back to Johnson, over to the left wing, inside of Velez at the high post, down left lane line, puts it up with the right hand, up and in for two. Annabelle Velaz with a big shot right there. She's got 2 points and to make it 44-28 with 2:59 left in the third. Jory Fortin turns the corner down the right baseline, was looking for Jenna on the backside and instead throws it away. Back the other way come the Bulldogs. Gillespie with the ball at the top of the key. Gillespie almost has it sold away, and now she does. Jenna Fortin one-on-one with Johnson to the rack, lays it up and in. Jenna Fortin taking it coast to coast off of the turnover. 10th from the Bulldogs, 44-30. Red Devils down by 14. Velaz dumps it off to Getz, who will put it up and in for two. High post to low post, and it ends in a bucket. 46-30, 2:25 left in the third. McCaden Ketchel with the ball, coming off of a screen. McCaden now throws it back over to Briley Minnick. Briley hands it off on the left wing. Jenna Fortin pump fakes the three just inside the arc. Throws it to Michaela at the top of the key over to the left wing for Jory. Jory coming off of a screen, looking for Michaela. Instead throws it back out to Briley. Over to McCaden Ketchel now on the right wing. McCaden guarded out there by Gillespie. Throws it to Michaela Watson. Watson, couple of dribbles at Jenna. Now hands it off to her. Jenna tucks up a three and makes it from the left corner baseline. Jenna Fortin with a big shot. She's got 5. 46-33, 13-point game. Red Devils trying to sniff a 10-point lead here before the end of the quarter. Johnson to respond. She can't rebound. Gets underneath. She might have walked with it underneath. She put it up for two again. Missed it. Velez with a rebound. Now Blackwell gets the offensive board and puts it up and in for two. And getting away with a travel again. Got away with a travel inside there. I'm sure of it. And instead they didn't call it. We'll keep it right here. She got the rebound, and the momentum was taking her back, and it looked like she took a step, but they don't call it travel. And then she missed the shot. Velez got the offensive rebound. She missed that. Blackwell got the offensive rebound just beyond the left low block and arced it in with the right hand to make it 48-33 here in quarter number 3. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors today: Aqua Shield Roofing, Creative Collision, Culligan of Oberlin, Decatur Co-op, Decatur County Beef, Decatur Health, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, FNB Bank of Oberlin, and Frederickson Insurance Agency. Also, a big thank you goes out to Joe Hawkswell and the guys at Hawkswell Motors for getting me set up with another drive to the game. Always nice when they can do that for me. Tonight, I got a 2010 tax return special. It's a Chevy Traverse. Does have 157,000 miles on it, but it's got, they put it up right now for $6,900. If you want to talk to them about it, give them a call or go visit them. They're on B Street there in McCook. Big thanks to Joel and the gang. Always set me up nice when we come on the road here. 48-33, 1:27 left in the third quarter. Across the timeline, Jenna Fortin with the ball on the right wing. Goes to McCaden Ketchell, top of the key, pops a three, misses everything. And McCaden might have just rushed it a hair as they set a little tunnel screen for her through the middle of the lane, but just might have rushed it a hair when she got the ball. So it goes out of bounds. Back to Quinter. Quinter with the basketball. Blackwell skips it to Gillespie, inside to Getz, guarded by Michaela Watson. She puts it up and in for two. Camry Getz over the left shoulder, drop step, power dribble, up and in for two. That's what Shaquille O'Neal calls barbecue chicken right there, I think. Michaela Watson with the ball, middle of the lane, kicks it back out. Long range three, Briley Minnick can't get the bank. McCaden Ketchell had the rebound, lost it as Blackwell taps it out of her hands. Blackwell gets it off to Gillespie up the far side, right to left. Gillespie to Blackwell, over to the left wing on the near side. Now for Johnson, top of the key, Blackwell over to Gillespie. Lob pass gets up for two, missed it. Rebound brought down by Wasson underneath. Out to Jory Fortin with 32 seconds left. Jory up the near side, throws over to Briley Minnick. Briley pump fakes, pops a three, misses it, and the rebound brought down by Getz, but her and Wasson collide at the tick above that right low block with 25 and a half seconds to go when a foul comes in against Michaela, her second. 50-33, 25 and a half seconds left in the third quarter. Shelby Weigel checking out along with Briley Minnick. No, Briley staying, but Shelby Weigel checks out. 25.5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Camry Getz at the free throw line. Couple of power dribbles for her, and it's up and in. Camry Getz with 15. Make her 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Averages 9.3 rebounds a game, and I'm sure she's got that tonight. It's been a menace underneath for the Lady Red Devils. Second one for Getz. Pops them both in. 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. 23 seconds left, 52-33. Red Devils down by 19. Over to the right wing, extended here. Jory Fortin splitting a double team. Now tries to get it back out to Michaela Wasson along the far sideline, and they'll say last touch by the Red Devils. And Brandon Gehring is saying that has to be out off of Quinter. The side official on the far side is nodding his head no. And Brandon Gehring can't believe it. So it'll go against Oberlin, the 11th turnover. And kind of agree with Brandon there. It just seemed like it went out on Quinter. Here's the throw over to Johnson. Johnson with 9. Skip pass to Gillespie. College range 3 from the right wing. No. Rebound being tapped around underneath. Got it. Count the bucket and one with 2.9 seconds to go. Camry Getz has just been sticking her hands up in the air and has just been gobbling in every rebound she can. That time, put it back up and in for 2. She's got 18 points and has extended it out over a 20-point game, 54-33. Gets and one free throw up and in. She's 5 of 5 from the charity stripe. The foul went against Shelby Weigel. Into Jory Fortin. Jory crossing over, gets it ahead to Michaela, but the clock will expire. So we're 3 quarters in the books here from Quinter. It is Oberlin down to the Bulldogs, 52-33. This is Oberlin Red Devil basketball on 101.1 KFNF. Decatur County Beef wants to do business with all the local farmers. They want to buy your high-moisture corn and grain sorghum, also alfalfa and dry corn anytime. Decatur Beef and Hoxie Feed Yard are always looking for good help. Truck drivers, plumbers, welders, and pin riders. Decatur County Beef is located just north of Oberlin on Highway 83, and Hoxie Feed Yard is just west of Hoxie. Call 785-475-2212 for Decatur County Beef, or call Scott at 785-675-9009. Give them a try. You will be glad you did.
New energy at Decatur Health in Oberlin. Yep, it's time to introduce Taylor Niermeyer, our new physician's assistant at Decatur Health. Taylor is a Northwest Kansas native. She has genuine passion for rural health care, and she knows the lay of the land. What does that mean? It means she is totally invested in your good health and well-being. That's why she's such a great fit and a great team member at Decatur Health. Call the clinic at 785-475-2215 to make an appointment to see Taylor. I promise it'll make you feel better. Decatur Health in Oberlin, where compassion and healing come together.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
55-33 as we make our way into quarter number 4 here. And Jenna Fortin with the ball on the left wing, throws it back up to the top of the key. Maria Rodriguez down right lane line, lays it up for 2, missed it, partially blocked by Getz. Elsie Larson comes up with a loose ball, went up for 2, and then Getz blocked her, but she got her own block shot, hands it off to Jenna Fortin above the top of the key, throws it back over to Maria Rodriguez. Rodriguez again down right lane line, stops trying to kick it back out, and Michaela Wasson comes up with the ball, gets it back to Briley Minnick. And so, yes, 55-33. Red Devils outscored 24-14 in the third quarter there. Into Michaela Wasson. Wasson throws it back out to Briley Minnick. Briley crossing over. Briley looking for a little bit of help. Dumps it off to Michaela Wasson. Out to Jenna Fortin. Fortin off of a screen. Throws it back up to the top of the key. Around the horn quickly. Briley Minnick with the ball. Left wing. Now dribbles it inside the arc of the top of the key. Over to Maria. Back to Elsie Larson. Larson driving. Right lane line all over to the rack. And she'll be blocked right there by Bowman. Gets lost it off her hands out of bounds. And they'll say it stays with Oberlin there. 55-33, 6:59 left in the fourth. Jenna Fortin with the ball just to the left of the right lane line. Kicks it out to Briley, who takes one dribble back out, pops a 3, missed it. Michaela Wasson can't come up with a rebound against Blackwell. Off of the hands of somebody underneath, and they say it stays here with Oberlin. Elsie Larson doing a great job popping that ball out of the hands of Blackwell after she came up with a rebound. So Jenna again has the ball underneath her own hoop. Jenna throws it out to Briley Minnick at the top of the key. Briley crossing over, looking to drive, throws it back out to Maria Rodriguez over to the right wing for Elsie Larson. Larson stops at the top of the key, throws it over to Michaela Wasson. Wasson with the ball, looking to get it to Briley, takes a couple of dribbles, now pops a 3, and banks it home! Michaela Wasson from downtown, her second 3 of the game. She's got 10. And the ball on the other end by Blackwell, dribbled off her foot, but they say last touch by Maria Rodriguez. And with that 3, Michaela Wasson has just hit her season high in points. On the right wing, Blackwell throws it over to right corner. Smith for 3 to respond. No. Long rebound will carry him out of the left corner. Gillespie picks it up there with a hustle play. Smith again, this time right at the top of the circle. Down right lane line. Splits a double team. Now dumps it off to the backside. Finds a cutting Bryn Gillespie, who splits 2 defenders too, and puts it up and in for 2 with the left hand just inside the left low block. 57-36, 21-point game. 19-point game, excuse me. Lob pass inside here. Looking to spin over the right shoulder with a drop step. Briley Minnick now went up and under, missed the shot, gets with the rebound, gets it out to Gillespie. Gillespie up the far side, throws it over to Smith, back to Gillespie. Gillespie, the skip pass into the high post. Bowman down left lane line, up and in for 2. How did Shaylee Bowman get that one to go? Barely got around Rodriguez and then just threw it up off of the backboard and in from beyond the left low block. Larson gets it out to Maria Rodriguez, to Jenna Fortin, who will be fouled above the 3-point line. 5:29 left in the fourth, 59-36. Red Devils down by 23. So Velez will check in here for Getz with 5:29 to go. Red Devils inbound in front of their own bench. Larson gets it into Michaela Wasson. Wasson back to Minnick now. Minnick on the right wing. Minnick in trouble, looking for help, gets it to Larson. Larson on the right wing now. Larson driving all the way into the middle of the lane, lays it up for two, missed it, went back to get a rebound. It caroms off her hands, into the hands of Bowman along the baseline, out to Blackwell. Blackwell looking to push, skips it out to Gillespie. Gillespie pump fakes. Gillespie turned the quarter, now pulls it back out, even with the free throw line at the top of the key. Now over to Smith, inside of the high post. Bowman trying to wrap it around to Velez, and I think she wanted to score first, did Ballman, and then she tried to wrap it around and get it inside and instead throws it away. That's turnover number 11 for the Bulldogs. 59-36 here in the fourth quarter, 4:53 left. Oberlin down 59-36. Jenna Fortin across the timeline between the rigs, looking to get it to somebody. Does to Briley Minnick on the right wing. Briley coming off of a screen from Maria Rodriguez, looking to get it inside to her, and Briley throws it away into the hands of Johnson. Johnson 2-on-2, kicks it out to Bioiger. Bioiger now throws over the right wing here for Smith to Johnson. Back to Smith, right at the top of the circle to Bioiger. Bioiger with the ball. Gets it back out here to the top of the key, Gillespie, and she'll be fouled by Maria Rodriguez. That'll be her fifth. So Maria will foul out with 4:22 left in the fourth quarter. So Jory Fortin will check in. Just a little over halfway left in the fourth. 4:22 left, 59-36, Red Devils down here. With the ball, Gillespie trying to skip it back across, stolen away. And as it was deflected by Briley Minnick, and then Michaela Wasson completes the steal. They get it to Briley, who finds Michaela on the right low block, puts a shoulder into Velez, up for two on the right low block, and she's fouled. Great job by Michaela Wasson initiating the contact, and then when she did, went up with it and got the foul. So Velez with her first. First one on the way for Michaela. It's up and in. Michaela Wasson, on her final regular season game as a Red Devil, has 11 points. That's her season high. Second one on the way. No. Long rebound pulled down by Elsie Larson on the left corner. Gets it back to Jory Fortin in the left wing. Jory scrambling around, finds her sister Jenna. Jenna with the ball on the right wing, loses it, tip back out. Velez comes down with it. Velez taking it coast to coast, lays it up and missed the layup. Rebound brought down by Gillespie. Gillespie spins away from contact and puts it up and in for two in the middle of the lane. 6 points for Gillespie, 61-37, 3:43 left in the fourth quarter. Now Elsie Larson, left wing three, and she knocks it down. Big shot by Elsie. She's got 11 and make it 61-40. Red Devils down by 21 with 3:38 left in the fourth quarter. 61-40 Quinter here on 101.1 KFNF.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community-driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or at one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
61-40. Red Devils down by 21, 3:38 left in the fourth. The Red Devils bringing on a little bit of pressure here, down by 21. Late in quarter number 4, into the middle of the floor. Gillespie will beat it with the double team. Finds Velez cutting along the backside, and she'll put it up and in for two. Annabelle Velez with 4 points. And the Red Devils putting on the pressure, works against him. 23-point lead now. Fortin brings it across the timeline. Fortin with the ball on the left wing, spinning off a defender. Throws it to the top of the key for Jory Fortin, who lost the ball. Ball carrying on the floor. Velez picks it up, finds Smith on the run out, who will lay it up and in for two. So turnover leads to a bucket. Number 12 for the Red Devils there in the turnover department. 65-40. 25-point game. Jenna Fortin with the ball. Right wing extended. Throws it to Michaela Wasson. Top of the key at the volleyball line. Michaela back to Briley. Briley guarded by Johnson, hands it off to Jenna Fortin. Fortin stops, wanted to shoot, now gets it inside to Briley Minnick, guarded by Johnson there on the left low block, and Johnson will reach in from behind. Johnson records her first foul, team foul number 4 for Quinter in the quarter. Gillespie will check out of the contest, along with a couple of others for the Bulldogs. Fortin inbounds underneath their own hoop, out to Briley. Briley down right lane line, splits between two defenders, laid it up with a scoop shot and missed it. Put it in between the iron and the backboard there, right where they convene on the glass. And missed it into the high post. Blackwell kicks it out right corner. Johnson over to the hands here. Now on the other opposite side, Bioiger. Bioiger gets it inside to Blackwell. Blackwell down to the right lane line, up for 2. We got a foul. And Blackwell was doing everything there for the Bulldogs in the middle of the lane, trying to keep it on her side of the floor. For the Bulldogs almost turned it over a few times there. But a foul comes against Elsie Larson, her 5th. And so she will foul out with 2:22 left in the fourth quarter. So the Red Devils with 2 foul outs today. 1 from Maria Rodriguez, 1 from Elsie Larson. McCaden Ketchell make her way in. 2:22 left in the fourth. Red Devils down 65-40. Lob pass into the high post. Blackwell, 1 dribble on the right lane line. Up for 2, missed it. Velez with a rebound. Kicks it out, 3 ball on the way there. No, and Jenna Fortin comes up with a rebound along the left baseline. Jenna now circles it around to the middle of the lane. Throws it ahead to McCaden Ketchell. Ketchell back to Jenna. Top of the key, 3. You betcha! Jenna Fortin with a big shot. She's got 8. And to make it 65-43. 21-point game, 22-point game here. Over to the left wing here for Bioiger, inside high post for Blackwell. Tried to dump it off underneath to a backdoor cutting Johnson. Instead, it's thrown away. Now quickly up the floor to Briley Minnick, who scoots by her defender, up for 2. Missed it, got her own rebound, missed the second chance opportunity. Ball on the floor, Jory Fortin comes up with it, but a jump ball will be called, and it's going back to Quinter. Just been that type of the night for Briley. It seems like she's had a lot of those little layups like that or scoop shots that she's so perfect with, and tonight they just haven't been able to go in. And that one, she scooted right by Blackwell on some great transition offense from the Red Devils as Jenna got it to the middle of the floor. And then she threw it over to the near side here for Jory, who got it inside quickly to Briley, but just couldn't convert it. Red Devils bringing on a little bit of pressure here with the ball. Blackwell splits the press, now throws it ahead here into the hands of Velez, kicks it back out. Bioiger for 3, in and out. Rebound in the middle of the lane, brought down by Briley Minnick. Briley looking to push, finds Jenna Fortin wide open down the floor. Jenna up for 2, and in as she avoids Blackwell, who almost came in and swatted her away. Jenna Fortin now with 10 points. Quickly up the near side. Blackwell avoids the double team, throws it back over to Gruenbacher. Gruenbacher gets it to Bioiger. Bioiger with the ball on the left wing, back to Gruenbacher at the top of the key. Gruenbacher splits a double team down the left lane line. Velez picks it up off of the floor after it was rolling around, back into the hands here of Johnson to Bioiger. Bioiger almost loses it. Blackwell picks it up from 15. No, rebound underneath. Jenna Fortin along with, that's Jory Fortin actually, and Velez going after it underneath. And we got a jump ball that'll be called. 48.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lauren May is checking into the contest here. And Briley Minnick will check out. 65-45, 20-point game. 48.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Riley Lippelman into the contest as well. Jory Fortin will bring it up across the timeline. Throws over to the left wing for Lauren May. May off of a screen. Throws over to Riley Lippelman into the hands of Jory in the right corner. Jory 1 dribble, and Blackwell will take it away from her. Blackwell runs it up across the middle of the floor. 28 seconds left. Over to the hands of Gruenbacher. Gruenbacher, skip pass just inside the arc. Johnson pulls it back out. Blackwell finds Gruenbacher cutting, trying to get it to Velez. Ball on the floor. Or it took, I guess, a bounce there inside the lane, and Ketchell and Velez both go after it, and a jump ball is called with 17 seconds to go. 65-45. Red Devils down by 20. Lob pass into the baseline. Back out to Johnson. Johnson throws it up to Velez here as we go under 10 seconds. And the Bulldog faithful are starting to feel it here. With the ball inside the center circle. And Gruenbacher will hold it out. 45 points for the Red Devils. Their most since the win against St. Francis almost a month ago. But the Red Devils tonight end up losing 65-45 to the Quinter Bulldogs. We'll take a break, come back with their final numbers, get you ready for the boys' game. Here on 101.1 KFNF.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough. And when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Fredrickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Fredrickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Fredrickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Fredrickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin. 785-475-3883.
A step towards better health. High Plains Podiatry.
High Plains Podiatry is excited to announce that you can finally be free from persistent warts. Rid yourself from warts with their uninvasive Swift system. High Plains Podiatry has locations in McCook, Holdridge, Benkelman, Franklin, and Minden. And in Kansas at Colby, Norton, and Quinter. Get your warts gone for good. Call 345-3773 or online at highplainspodiatry.com.
At FNB Bank in Oberlin, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who prioritize your financial needs. They offer the convenience of online and telephone banking, plus debit cards that make transactions seamless. And when they say team, they mean a tradition of trust and reliability. They're here to support you long after you open your account. So when it comes to banking, be confident knowing FNB Bank will go the extra mile for you. FNB Bank in Oberlin. Visit them online at fnbbank.com.
Forget the flashy ads and gimmicks. Farmers, you need fertilizer equipment you can trust. JD Skiles in Atwood, Kansas delivers what truly matters: integrity and innovation. From custom fertilizer trailers and pit stop chemical systems to liquid fertilizer systems, they've got it all. Need more efficient spraying equipment? They have the most innovative ATV and UTV sprayers available. No frills, just quality. Visit them online at jdskiles.com or 101 Grant Street in Atwood, Kansas today. JD Skiles, where farming meets excellence without compromise.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from the Doghouse in Quinter on I-70, where the Bulldogs take down the Lady Red Devils tonight by a final score of 65-45. So the Bulldogs will now enter the sub-state tournament at 17-3, and the Red Devils fall to a record of 10-9. Tough one tonight for the Red Devils. Let's take you through quarter by quarter. It was a tight one after the first 15-13. Quinter led after the break there at the end of the first quarter. But then Quinter outscores Oberlin 16-6 in the second for a 31-19 halftime lead. The Red Devils put up 14 points in the third, but Quinter put up 24 and extended the lead out to 22 there after 3:55-33. Red Devils actually outscored Quinter in the fourth quarter 12-10, but still walk away with a tough 20-point loss, 65-45. Take you through your final numbers individually for Coach Havlis and his Quinter Bulldogs. It's 2 points from Serenity Smith, 6 from Kendall Johnson, 5 from Mia Briggs, 6 from Bryn Gillespie, 20 points from Braylon Blackwell, 3 from Shaylee Bowman, 4 from Annabelle Velaz, and 19 from Camry Getz. The Bulldogs go 11 of 12 from the charity stripe and commit 14 turnovers. The Red Devils individually tonight, 6 points from Riley Minnick, 4 from Jory Fortin, 11 from Michaela Wasson, 11 from Elsie Larson, 10 from Jenna Fortin, all of those coming in the second half, and 3 from Maria Rodriguez. Great night for Michaela Wasson, 11 points for her. That is her season high on the year, and it comes in her final regular season game wearing the red, black, and white. And she stepped up big tonight, especially in the second half with 9 points. And put home 2 threes. Elsie Larson with a great night with 11 points as well, and Jenna stepping up in the second half with 10 points from her as well. The Red Devils go 15 of 19 from the charity stripe and commit 13 turnovers. So the Red Devils now 10-9 on the season. We'll look into the sub-state tournament where they will play on Monday. So yes, kind of a quick turnaround. You get the weekend off, and then on Monday, the Red Devils host the Lakeside Knights out of Downs, Kansas, at home. We'll have that game right here on KFNF, 5:45 pregame, tip-off at 6 o'clock. The winner of that one moves on into the sub-state semifinals where they will meet up with Rawlins County. So the Red Devils tonight now drop to 10-9 on the year, and a tough one tonight to end it the way it ended, 65-45. The Quinter Bulldogs get the win. We'll take a quick break and get you ready for a boys contest here on 101.1 KFNF.
Hey, babe.
Hey, ready for the movie night? Picked up all your favorite snacks.
I don't know. Is your internet gonna buffer all night again?
It's not that bad.
It happens every time we hang at your place.
More time for snacks.
Why are you still putting up with this? I can't believe you haven't switched to Nextech yet.
Expect better. Get the internet connection you deserve with Nextech Wi-Fi. Get 1 gig home internet for just $69 a month. Plus your first bill is on us. Visit next-tech.com to learn more.
Agriculture, a hard-working industry built by a labor of love, blood, sweat, and tears. An industry that is constantly changing at an increasing rate with not enough hours in the day. Nutrien Ag Solutions is here to help carry the burden by offering multiple financing options, in-depth soil health and productivity analysis, field-by-field seed recommendations, and industry-leading services. Nutrien, working smarter and harder. Contact your local Nutrien today.
Honey, we need to talk right now.
What happened? Did something break?
Yes, it's the A word. Now go to the kitchen.
The A word? What do you mean?
Appliances. Our fridge is from R&M Service Center, and they're having a sale. Let's get a new one.
At R&M Service Center, downtown Oberlin, find top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. Don't forget they service what they sell. Get your new appliance today at R&M Service Center, downtown Oberlin.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Quinter, where it is currently going through some senior night festivities here on the home floor as we get you ready for our boys game here tonight between the Oberlin Red Devils and the Quinter Bulldogs. The Lady Red Devils falling by a final score of 65-45 tonight here to the Quinter Bulldogs. Quinter flexing their muscles there in that second quarter. Never really seemed like the Red Devils could get back to where they wanted it there after a 31-19 deficit there at the break. But let's get you ready for our boys game. The Quinter Bulldogs come in tonight with a record of 13-6, on the year. The Bulldogs, though, have been on a hot streak. They've won 5 straight games and have won 6 of their last 7. But they've been doing it by the close margin as their last 4 wins have come by just single digits. On February 11th, they took down Wheatland Grinnell 40-33. Then against Hill City, they won on the road there against the Ringnecks in double overtime, 71-70. And then on the 14th of February, won at home here at the Doghouse, 61-57 by 4. And then went on the road to Trigo on Monday and got the win 45-40. So yes, that's a 7-point win, a 1-point win, a 4-point win, and a 5-point win in their last 4 games. So you could really flip those on their head, and instead of 5 wins, you could have 5 losses, and it could be a very different Quinter Bulldog team. This is a Bulldog team that finished in 4th place in the Northwest Kansas League Tournament. They beat Ness City in the first round, but then lost to Dighton and Greeley County. There's 6 losses on the year. 3 of them have come to Dighton, one in the Castle Rock tournament, one in the regular season, and then one in the Northwest Kansas League tournament. The other 3 losses are to Hanover on the road, Greeley County in the Northwest Kansas League tournament, and on the road at Hoxie, where they lost 48-31. But since January 25th, that has been their only loss there. Was against the Hoxie Indians. And Quinter, always a very athletic squad, it seems like, even when they're maybe in a down year, and really not in a down year this year at all, but compared to last year's record where they went 20-5, this year 13-6, so kind of have dropped down a little bit. But the Bulldogs this year still have very athletic squad and have a great scorer in Shea Salyers, the 6'3" senior, averaging 14.1 points per game, 8.1 rebounds per game. He's shooting 27% from behind the arc, where he's made 23 threes this season. He's coming off of a tough night, though, against Trigo, where he had just 3 points, but before that put up 19 against Hill City and 21 against Rawlins County, so the Red Devils certainly have to key on him if they're wanting to walk away with a win tonight. And then you can't forget to mention the play of Gunnar Katura. Katura, 9 points per game, 2.8 rebounds per game, 2.7 assists per game, but he shoots 35% from behind the arc. That's 33s that he has drained home. He's coming off of an 18-point performance against Trigo there on Monday. And then underneath, Camden Bridges, the 6'4" junior, has been huge. 8.7 rebounds, 8.7 points per game, 8.1 rebounds per game for him on the season. He's coming off back-to-back double-figure games. Had 11 against Trigo on Monday and then 13 against Rawlins County on the 14th of February. The Bulldogs, 13-6, and like I mentioned, went 20-5 last year and made it all the way to the state tournament. They won the sub-state tournament, taking out Oberlin and Rawlins County, and then made it to the state tournament there in Colby and beat Central Burton 57-43 in the first round before they would lose to Bishop Seabury 73-45 and then lose to Olpe in the third and fourth place game 46-32. So Quinter's certainly looking to get back to the state tournament again this year, and they have a pretty good shot of doing that. They earned the number 3 seed in the sub-state tournament, and this could be a little bit of a preview. We'll get into that of what we could see coming up next Monday. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. For the Oberlin Red Devils, they come into tonight with a record of 9-9 on the season. The Red Devils, under first-year head coach Kyle Breath, have lost 3 straight games after they went on a great winning streak there, winning 4 in a row, taking down St. Francis twice, Ness City once, and Wallace County once from January 23rd to the 31st. But they've played 3 really good teams in Dighton, Greeley County, and Norton their last time out. And we'll speak with head coach Kyle Breath here in just a second on Red Devil courtside. And I kind of agree with him. It really felt like the Red Devils had their most complete game last time out against Norton when they ended up losing 62-47. And you're thinking, complete game, Sam, but they lost. And it just seemed like from the get-go, the intensity was there that kind of Kyle Breath has been wanting out of them all season long. And you take away a buzzer-beater 3 in the first quarter that made it a 7-point game. That game is just, a 2 or a 3-point game at halftime. And then the Red Devils could have even taken the lead going into the fourth quarter, but instead, buzzer beater 3 made it a 7-point game. Red Devils were down 29-21 at half, just down by 6 after 3, 46-40. And then in the fourth, had some opportunities to take the lead, but Norton outscores them 16-7 to walk away with a 62-47 win. The Red Devils being led by the play of all-league player Tyler Osmeyer this season. He's got 16.8 points per game, 11.7 rebounds per game, and stepped up very big last time out against Norton with 21 points. That was just 8 away from his season high. And kind of when the Red Devils needed him to as well, because that was a very athletic Norton squad, and he set the tone early that the Red Devils could score against him, that is for sure. The Red Devils also being led by the play of Bryson Kettrell, who came on late with some really, really great points as well, as he's got averaging 9.1 points per game. Averaging 9.1 points per game, 5.9 rebounds per game, 2.1 assists. He's shooting 31% from the floor, 24% from behind the arc. But it's been his second half of the season, and really from the Northwest Kansas League tournament on, he's been certainly a big threat to deal with. He's coming off of a double-figure night there against Norton with 14 points. And can't forget to mention Gage Willoughby, averaging 11.6 points per game. They're looking to get him back, though, into the double figures, as it's been a while since he's been in double figures. Just had 8 against Norton last time out. So it's the Oberlin Red Devils and the Quinter Bulldogs here from the Doghouse with a chance to add another win onto your win total before we make it into the sub-state tournament. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we sit down and talk with head coach of the Red Devils, Kyle Breath. That's coming up next here on 101.1 KFNF.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Say no to bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A-plus services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquaShieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
With the right touch, bent metal, shattered glass, and twisted frames can be restored to their original glory. At Creative Collision, they have one simple mantra: repair, restore, renew. It's about taking damaged vehicles and transforming them into something sleek, smooth, and safe. Comprehensive auto body repair and restoration. Available exclusively at Creative Collision in Oberlin, Kansas. Revive it, drive it, and love it. Call for an estimate at 785-470-2130 or visit Creative Collision's virtual garage online at creativecollisionoberlin.com.
Time to sit down and get the thoughts from the head coach on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
Red Devil Courtside rolls on here on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF, as we get you ready for our final regular season game tonight for the Oberlin Red Devils between Oberlin and the Quinter Bulldogs. And we're joined alongside with head coach of the Red Devils, Kyle Breath. Boy, Coach, can you believe it? The season finale is here. Last game of the regular season. Obviously, you kind of know who you're already playing coming up next week, but it's crazy how quick the regular season has gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's flown by. It seems like we're only in December still, but it's flown by.
And let's flip it back to your last time out there against the Norton Blue Jays. And boy, it seemed like you guys had one of your better games. Thought you guys played really 4 quarters very, very well and hung in with a tough team. Just couldn't walk away with the win. Norton able to score a few more points there and get the win 62-47. I guess what were your thoughts after that tough loss a couple of Tuesdays ago?
I mean, Norton's a really good team, and they won their MCL tournament for a reason. They're big, they're strong, they're fast, they can shoot the ball really well. But I was really proud of my boys. They accepted the challenge, and they competed, and I thought that was one of our best efforts that we've had throughout the season, and I was really proud of their effort and how hard they played, and I also told them that that's kind of our standard moving forward. We have to bring that energy and that effort, no matter who we play, and when we do that, when we play free like that, when we play really hard, we can beat anybody. So, but yeah, I was really proud of the boys, and we'll see if we can get a win tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned that, kind of beat anybody. I thought that throughout the game, too. It's like, man, I'm sure Coach Breath, and even the guys on the floor wish they, could have had a night like this. But, like you said, kind of walking out there and just playing free, maybe, without anything to lose is huge. And especially, to have that confidence now going up against a team like that and playing well against them is huge coming down the stretch here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, throughout the season, I try to really preach to the boys, like, we can beat anybody that we play. We can compete with anybody that we play. We have enough talent, we can do those things, and it's just a matter of playing clean basketball and taking care of the ball and playing with that effort, and rebounding, keeping the other team off the glass. But, I mean, I really think that my boys, they got some confidence going into tonight's game and even towards sub-state next week, and we'll see how we do.
Yeah, you mentioned the confidence. You guys had one of your best shooting nights behind the arc there against Norton, 42% from behind the arc. And I've talked with Coach Gehring about it a little bit, too. It seems like anytime that outside shot goes in, I know you guys love to play inside out, but anytime that outside shot gets going in, it seems like everything else kind of flows a little bit better, too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like everybody knows, Tyler, we want to get the ball into Tyler in the post, and so if our guards can make outside shots, it makes their defense extend out and guard our guards, and they have to respect our shots from the outside, and then that just opens up Tyler and Caden Shaw more in the middle, you know. And so, but yeah, like you said, we really try to play inside-out basketball, but sometimes you got to play outside in, and that just kind of complements each other, and so.
Yeah, you mentioned Tyler. Boy, he's been on kind of a heater down the stretch here, double figures in every single game. Had 21 there against Norton. And the thing about Tyler, it always seems like he steps up for you when you guys need it. You know, if you need a bucket here or there. But just even going into that game, he kind of knew he's going to have to take his game to another level against a very tough team in Norton, and he was able to do that and really provide a spark early, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Tyler, I try to tell Tyler all the time, you know, like he's a good enough player where it doesn't matter who's guarding him. You know, it doesn't matter if a 6'2" senior's guarding him or a 6'5" sophomore's guarding him. It just doesn't matter. He's a good enough player where he can't shy down from anybody, and he's just got to play his game. And I think he's really done that the past couple games. You know, he's really embraced that role, and he's embraced the fact that he is a good player, you know, and for us to be successful, he's got to score the ball. And I tell Tyler all the time to be more aggressive on the offensive end, because sometimes I think he kind of looks for the next pass, you know. But I'm really proud of Tyler. You know, he's working his butt off, and because of that hard work, he's getting a lot of good shots and scoring a lot of points for us. So.
And someone else that's been, you know, having a really kind of great second half, maybe last third of the season, has been Bryson Kettrell. I know we've talked about him a couple of times and what he can do defensively and offensively for you. But, you know, when Davin and Gage maybe aren't having their best night, or they're out with sickness or whatever, and to see Bryson kind of step up into a role where, hey, we need you to score, 10 to 15 points tonight. And the fact that he's been able to do it is huge for him and huge for the team, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we knew from the get-go, that Bryson was a good shooter. We knew from the start that he was a good player. And kind of early in the season, he wasn't shooting the ball that well, and I think it was kind of affecting his confidence, But he's kind of fought through that adversity, and he's shooting the ball a lot better now, what he's capable of doing. And confidence is a huge thing. And I think he's shooting the ball with a lot of confidence right now. He's playing with a lot of confidence on both ends of the floor, and he's doing a good job. I mean, he plays his butt off. He's a little pest on defense, and he realizes that he's a good shooter on offense, and he's always looking for a shot, and he's always looking for the next pass, and I'm really proud of Bryson.
And, mentioning Tyler and Bryson, they're great games that they had last time out, but it was senior night there a couple of Tuesdays ago, and you're able to start the seniors right away. And I felt like even they, came out and kind of set the tone that you wanted right away, and then Gage and everybody else got in, and that would be huge, just as a whole for you and Coach Osmeyer, for everybody to notice, hey, everybody on this team can set the tone the way we need them to, and that's a huge confidence thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it really we had a really good team meeting, about a week ago, just about how we all need to be better, top to bottom. Starting with me all the way down to the freshmen. How everybody needs to bring more energy, everybody needs to be have better effort. And I think the team has really embraced that. They all understand that we can all play better and that we all can be better teammates. And I think the boys the past couple games have really showed that, and I'm really proud of them for that. They've embraced that, and that's only going to help us down the stretch here.
So Tuesday didn't get the game in because of the weather, so it's been a little over a week now since you played, but you go on the road tonight to take on the Quinter Bulldogs. Quinter's no slouch of a team. Obviously, they've got, 2 or 3 really great scorers. They're kind of, senior heavy at some spots too, and they're going to be a tough one tonight, especially in their place, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, Quinter, that gym is always a hard place to play, and Coach Chris, he always has a good game plan, and like you said, they got some really good players. Their Salyers kid, he averages like 16 points a game. Okay, and then they got some size, and they're a good team. There's no doubt about it. But I think my boys, they respect the fact that Quinter is good, but I think they're up for the challenge, and we'll see what kind of effort we put forth tonight, and we'll see how it goes.
And certainly this is kind of a good, litmus test or something, because you guys went on Tuesday there. You could be seeing Quinter again, and so kind of to face them here right or you maybe could see him again is kind of key, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try to do the same thing, but we're kind of going to try not to show them a whole lot, and I'm sure Coach Chris will kind of do the same, but we're still, we're going to go compete. We're going to go play as hard as we can, and it's still a game that we really want to win and think that we can win, and we just got to have a good game plan and execute that game plan, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, Coach, thanks for being able to sit down and chat. We appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Colligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Colligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Colligan, better water, pure and simple.
When you think of Decatur Co-op, do you think about grain? Feed your livestock, horses or pets, propane, supplies? How about tires? Yes, Decatur Co-op in Oberlin has a tire shop that specializes in tire repair, along with oil changes, exhaust, front-end alignment, and major mechanical work. Bet you didn't know all that. Well, now you know. And the next time you need any of those services, think of Decatur Co-op at the railroad tracks in Oberlin. Book your appointment. Call 785-475-2234.
Decatur County Beef wants to do business with all the local farmers. They want to buy your high-moisture corn and grain sorghum, also alfalfa and dry corn anytime. Decatur Beef and Hoxie Feed Yard are always looking for good help. Truck drivers, plumbers, welders, and pin riders. Decatur County Beef is located just north of Oberlin on Highway 83, and Hoxie Feed Yard is just west of Hoxie. Call 785-475-2212 for Decatur County Beef, or call Scott at 785-675-9009. Give them a try. You will be glad you did.
New energy at Decatur Health in Oberlin. Yep, it's time to introduce Taylor Niermeyer, our new physician's assistant at Decatur Health. Taylor is a Northwest Kansas native. She has genuine passion for rural health care, and she knows the lay of the land. What does that mean? It means she is totally invested in your good health and well-being. That's why she's such a great fit and a great team member at Decatur Health. Call the clinic at 785-475-2215 to make an appointment to see Taylor. I promise it'll make you feel better. Decatur Health in Oberlin, where compassion and healing come together.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from the Doghouse, where you can hear the pet band playing behind me. They are loud and proud, and so are the Quinter Bulldogs here tonight. The girls already taking out the Lydia Red Devils. Now the boys trying to do the same, but the Oberlin Red Devil boys trying to stand in their way and prevent them from doing that. We're just a few minutes away here from tip-off. It's a big one tonight for the Red Devils as they can go into the sub-state round of the playoffs in those quarterfinals 10-9 with a win tonight and send Quinter home 13-7 going into those sub-state playoffs. But the key thing about that is Oberlin and Quinter could see each other again on March 3rd. Yes, just a couple of weeks from now, or I guess a week from Monday of next week, Oberlin could be back here in this same gym playing against Quinter for a chance to head to Colby for the sub-state final game coming up in a couple of Saturdays, 2 weeks from tomorrow. But that's why tonight is such an important game. If you can see how you match up, where you need to, focus on this, focus on that. Red Devils trying to steal a win. I mean, we kind of talked with Kyle Breath about that. You could see Quinter again. Are you trying to hold some stuff back? You trying to throw everything at him? How big of a litmus test is this? And kind of like he said, I think we're not going to show as much stuff. And he says, I think Coach Chris is going to do the same thing, but we're both going to go out there and play because one of us still got to walk away with the win. And Oberlin has had a tough time winning against Quinter and winning here in Quinter. That is for sure. The Red Devils are just 5-26 versus the Bulldogs since 2006. They've lost the last 8 games straight in 14 of the last 15. Their only win in that time, 2019. They won 58-55. Last year, they faced the Bulldogs twice, once at the end of the regular season and lost 54-30, and then once in the sub-state semifinals, they lost 54-36 to end out the season. So the Red Devils trying to break a little bit of a curse, and they've done that basically a lot of the time throughout the year, beating teams that they normally don't beat. You remember they had never beat Wallace County since 2013. They knocked that off the list. Hadn't beat Hill City in their last 10 straight matchups, and they beat Hill City tonight. Oberlin has been able to do that all year long, beat teams that they haven't been able to beat, and tonight they're trying to do it to end out the regular season and avoid a 4-game losing streak to end the season. So it is going to be a great one tonight here from Quinter. And it got loud and proud, like I said here, during that girls' game, especially with the band playing and stuff like that. As going through the starting lineups right now. This is a big one. So, like I mentioned, Oberlin coming up on Tuesday, they get another day of practice as the girls will wrap around and have to play their first sub-state game on Monday, whereas the boys will get that Monday to practice as well, and they will play on Tuesday against St. Francis at home. And we will have that coverage once again right here on KFNF pregame, 6:45, tip-off at 7 o'clock. So Oberlin, who has seen St. Francis twice already this season, will try to beat them a third time and advance on into the next round of the sub-state tournament. But that's coming up next week tonight, focusing on their final game of the regular season, where they are meeting up with the Quinter Bulldogs. Let's take you through our starting lineups. We'll start with head coach John Christ and the Quinter Bulldogs. It's 6-foot junior Gunnar Katura, 6'3" senior Shea Salyers, 6' sophomore Colt Worth, 6' senior Hans Deaton, and 6'4" junior Camden Bridges. For the Oberlin Red Devils, under head coach Kyle Breth, it's 5'11" senior Davin Jensen, 5'9" sophomore Bryson Kettrell, 6' sophomore Gage Willoughby, 5'10" freshman Brady Gehring, and 6'4" junior Tyler Osmeyer. Once again, for your Red Devils, Jensen, Kettrell, Willoughby, Gehring, Osmeyer. For the Bulldogs, Katura, Salyers, Worth, Deaton, and Bridges. The matchup to watch tonight, Camden Bridges, 6'4", Tyler Osmeyer, 6'4", both of them juniors. Bridges, 8.7 a game, Tyler, 16.8. That's going to be the matchup to watch tonight. The tap, and at center circle, and it's won by the Bulldogs, who control it first. Katura up the far side, now circles it back over to the right of the top of the circle, quickly into the left corner, into the hands of Salyers. Now back the other way to Katura. Katura skips it over to the left wing, into the left corner for Salyers again. Salyers skips it back to Katura inside of the high post. Bridges cutting along the baseline, putting it up for two is Deaton, and he will be fouled and will head to the free throw line to shoot two. Great offensive set right there for the Bulldogs. Got it into the corner to Salyers, let him kind of find everything. He got a skip pass to Katura into the high post. It was a great offensive set right away there from the Bulldogs to start it out. First one up and in right there from Hans Deaton. Deaton now 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. Second one out of the way, drops them both home. Make them 2 for 2. And a 2-0 lead for the Quinter Bulldogs here with 7:33 left in the first quarter. Across the timeline, Jensen with the ball, looking to get into the high post. Instead, throws it out to Willoughby on the right wing. Willoughby, the lob pass, trying to get it inside to Osmeyer. It'll be knocked away from behind. Salyers racing up the far side of the floor, left to right, kicks it back out to Katura. Katura back to Salyers, left corner three, banks it home! Are you kidding me? Head to Vegas, Shea Salyers, because he banked that home from the corner. One of the hardest shots in basketball, and he drains it. I don't know if he meant to, but that's what happened. 5-0, faking the dribble handoff. Jensen now gets it back to Willoughby. Willoughby turns the corner, takes it to the right corner, stops, gets it back right wing for Jensen. Jensen hands it off to Gehring. Gehring just inside the arc, back to Jensen. Jensen crossing over on the drive, stops at the free throw line, kicks it out to Willoughby. No, that was Gehring trying to get it over to Jensen. Jensen saving it, wrapping it around a couple of hands, kicks it out to Kettrell. Kettrell pump fakes, hesitates, pulls up from 15, and hits. Big shot right there by the sophomore Bryson Kettrell. His first 2 points make it 5-2. Quickly back the other way to Salyers inside, just below that left low block, and Kettrell coming in from behind with the backside help will force a jump ball, and the Red Devils will get the basketball back with 6:27 left in the first quarter of play. Jensen will be the one to bring it up across the middle of the floor. 6:22 left, first quarter, 5-2. Red Devils down by 3. Osmeyer faces up, finds Kettrell for a 3 on the left wing, in and out, and it looked pure from where he shot. That wasn't true left wing, more closer to the top of the key, but it just rims out. It kind of went down and popped back out off of the hard back iron. Willoughby inbounds now, gets it out to Kettrell, who pulls up just inside the arc from 18, was fading away when he shot it. Don't know if he got fully set. Katsura with a long pass ahead to Salyers, who pump fakes, drives it to the left low block, pump fakes again, and then lays it up and in for 2. Shea Salyers now with 5 of the 7 to make it 7-2. Quinter in front with 5:55 left in the first quarter. Jensen hands it off to Kettrell. Kettrell crosses over. Kettrell on the drive, down the lane, lays it up, blocked by Bridges underneath. Great job by Bridges, not fouling, but able to come up with a block. Quickly into the left corner for Deaton in transition. Back to Katsura, who stops on the left wing as everything gets set back up again to Salyers on the skip pass. On the near side, right corner now for Deaton again, who tried to lob it back up to Salyers, who saves it right back into the hands of Kettrell. Kettrell 1-on-2, stops on the left lane line, back out. Willoughby for 3, transition, no. The rebound kicks out all the way to the right wing where Jensen was. Right place, right time. Now Willoughby forces it inside here to Osmeyer. Osmeyer spinning over the right shoulder against Bridges, puts it up for 2, missed it, and the rebound to Deaton on the back left side. Deaton to Katsura, up the far side, left to right across the timeline. Lobs it up into the high post, kicks it back out to Salyers on the backside. Salyers now looking to drive on the near side right wing, pulls it back out along the baseline, skips it around to Katsura into the left corner for Bridges. Bridges now with a skip pass into the hands of Worth for 3, misses everything, and it will make its way out of bounds, and back to Oberlin it'll go. Red Devils down by 5, 4:49 left in the first quarter. Each team kind of still feeling each other out, but 5 of the 7 coming from leading scorer for the Bulldogs, Shea Salyers. Bringing it up the middle of the floor across the timeline of Willoughby. Fakes the handoff now, dribbles it all the way down into the left corner. Here's Jensen for 3. No. Rebound tapped around. Osmeyer keeps it alive against Bridges for the offensive rebound. Now he pump fakes, goes up against Bridges down the left lane line, and will be fouled. Tyler Osmeyer with a great move. And there's that aggressiveness that Kyle Breath was been wanting him to show right there. He got the rebound, faced up at the high post on the left elbow, and did a nice little rip-through move. And now he's at the free throw line to shoot 2, his first one up, and it'll roll home after going off the front and back iron. Tyler with his first points of the game, makes him 1 of 1. 43 of 67 on the year from the charity stripe. Second one of the way, rattles home. 2 points for Tyler, both of them from the charity stripe. 7 of 4. 4:25 left in the first quarter. Katsura over to Bridges on the right wing. Right corner Salyers back to Katsura cutting down right lane line. Now he dribbles it back out to the top of the key. Didn't like what he saw. Gets it to Deaton in the left corner. Now around the horn quickly to Katsura right at the top of the key. Over to the left wing again here for Worth. Inside of the high post, Salyers back out. Katsura steps into a 3. Missed it. Osmeyer coming down with a rebound, keeping it high above his head, but Bridges knocks it out of his hands. Into the hands of Deaton to Worth to Salyers. Left wing 3. No, and Kettrell comes down with a rebound this time on the right low block, just a little bit above it. So Osmeyer came down with a rebound, but just had it knocked away by Bridges out of his hands as Osmeyer could never really bring it down to his chest. Quick throw over to Kettrell, looking to drive, left baseline, pulls it back out. Now on the left wing, hands it off to Willoughby. Left wing extended. Willoughby calling out the screen from Osmeyer. It's the give, back to Osmeyer, down left lane line. Now on the left low block against Bridges. Skips it over the top to Gehring. It's off his hands. Gehring saves it back to Jensen. Jensen now on the drive, kicks it back out. We got a foul. Brady Gehring with a great hustle play to save that from going over and back. And it draws a foul from Shea Salyers as Jensen was looking to drive it into the middle of the lane. And Brady saved that so well, was on the far side of the floor, kind of on the out-of-bounds volleyball line when he saved that. 3:22 left in the first quarter. Sawyers with his first foul. And Caden Shaw will make his way into the contest here for Brady Gehring. 3:22 left in the first quarter. 7-4, Red Devils down by 3. Willoughby inbounds. Underneath his own hoop, finds Shaw, curling around, gets it back to Willoughby in the right baseline. Willoughby trying to get to the high post. Osmeyer off his foot. Ketchel picks it up, and then Ketchel has his pocket picked by Quinter. Looking to run the floor is Hovlis. Hovlis kicks it back out here to Quinter. Quinter with the ball. Swings it around. Sawyers with the ball. Left corner. Skips it over the top of everybody to Hagrid. Hagrid on the drive. Kicks it back out quickly to Sawyers now. Left wing three. No. Backside rebound. Brought down underneath by Bridges. And then Ketchel sticks his hand in there. Will knock it out of bounds off of him. And so it'll stay with the Bulldogs underneath their own hoop. 2:54 left in the first quarter. 7-4. Red Devils down by 3. Quinter will inbound underneath his own hoop. Looking to get it in. Still looking, Quinter throws it up to Hagrid on the right wing, skips it over into Hovlis' hands, left wing three, off back iron, long rebound, tap back out, into the hands of Hagrid above the volleyball line, over to Quinter. Back-to-back offensive rebounds here for the Bulldogs. Bridges with the ball on the right corner, skips it over the top to Hagrid. Hagrid with the ball. Dribbling with the left hand inside of the high post. Bridges back out. Hovlis takes one dribble, dumps it off underneath the Bridges, misses the floater. Osmeyer tipping it up in the air. Salyers comes down with it around the horn. Extra pass. Hagrid for three, and he drains it. Hargrit, draining a three, his first three of the game, and to make it number 6 for him on the season, and it's 10-4. 2:14 left. Jensen kicks it out to Ketchel. Ketchel crossing over, now drives it down, right lane line, couple of steps, threw up the right-handed floater, and he missed it. Quinter looking to push, dumps it out to Hagrid again. Hagrid, one dribble inside the arc on the right baseline, trying to get it back up, barely gets it to Quinter. Back to Hagrid, who pops the three and hits. Cale Hagrid, who came in tonight with just 5 total threes, was shooting 11% from behind the arc, is 2 for 2 to start the game, and the Red Devils find themselves down 13-4 with 1:50 left in the first quarter. We'll keep it right here. And we talked a little bit with Coach Kyle Breath about that, how it just seems the Red Devils have one player or maybe the team that they're playing against shoot their best against them. And that's just basketball. That happens, but Hagrid now with back-to-back threes, and like I mentioned, he's not a three-point shooter. Just 11% for three for him this season. Had just 5 total threes coming in, and he's drained 2 in this first quarter to bloom the lead out to 13-4. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors today of High Plains Podiatry, JD Skiles, Next Tech, Nutrient Ag Solutions, R&M Service Center, Ray's Grocery, The Bank in downtown Oberlin, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, and Award Drug Store. Big thank you to all of them for helping us support Oberlin Red Devil Athletics. Also, a big thank you to Joel Hawkswell and the gang down there at Hawkswell Motors for giving me my drive to the game. 2010 Chevy Traverse, 157,000 miles on it. 6,900 is what Joel's looking for it. You can go down there and talk to him about it. Hawkswell Motors on B Street in McCook. Jensen with the ball on the right wing out of the timeout. Stops, gets it out to Shaw, over to Willoughby. Willoughby now on the left wing, rejects the screen, dumps it off to Shaw underneath on a pick and roll, but Shaw lofts it off his hands out of bounds. Second turnover for the Red Devils. And back to Quinter it goes, 13-4, 9-point game. And at one point, this game was a 3-point game, but back-to-back threes for Hargrit, who has it on the left wing. Gets it back to Quinter, over to the right wing for Sawyers. Skips it over to Hargrit again for 3. No, and the rebound on the backside. Willoughby threw it out of bounds off of the leg of Bridges, and so it'll go back to the Red Devils. How about that? So Gage Willoughby knew he'd knocked it off his hands out of bounds on the rebound and saved it in and threw it off of the legs of Bridges. It's back the other way. Willoughby with the ball as the time ticks under 1:03 left here in the first quarter. Ketchel with the ball on the left wing, throws it to Osmeyer, top of the key. Osmeyer throws over to Willoughby. Willoughby in the right wing, comes off the screen, pops a 3, misses it. Rebound brought down by Quinter. Quinter looking to throw it down the floor. It's partially deflected. Willoughby comes up with a steal, and the Red Devils get it back with 45 seconds to go. Willoughby, couple of steps back out to Jensen. Jensen trying to hand it off to Willoughby on the far side. It'll be knocked out of bounds. So the Red Devils forcing a big turnover there from Quinter as Quinter was looking to push it in transition. And now the Red Devils trying to do something with it. 41.0 seconds left in the first quarter. Into the right corner for Shaw. Shaw gets it back to Kettrell. Kettrell using a screen from Shaw, dumps it off to Shaw. Shaw up for two, and he's fouled. That was a great pick and roll at a tough spot to do it because Bryson was right along that far sideline in the sideline and the baseline meet. He didn't have much room like you do at the top of the key or at a wing, and still was able to feed it inside to Caden Shaw. Great pick and roll, and now they're trying to make him pay for it. First one on the way for Shaw is off front iron. Caden on the year from the charity stripe, 66%, 25 of 38. The foul went against Camden Bridges. That's his second foul already. Team foul number 4 for the Bulldogs in the quarter. 33.1 seconds left, 13-4. Shaw's second free throw is up and in. So Caden 1 point tonight. 13-5. Red Devils down by 8. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. With the ball between the rings are the Bulldogs here with Worth over to the right wing for Hovelis. Back to Worth, and Worth looking to take it inside the arc, trying to run the point, and instead travels with the ball. That's the third for the Bulldogs, and 3 in their last 3 times they've touched the ball. Or I guess 2 in their last 3 times they touched the ball. Bringing it up, middle of the floor, across the timeline here is Jensen. Jensen with the basketball, left wing extended, throws it to Willoughby, top of the key. Willoughby looking to cross over, and instead he will travel. So Gage with his turnover there. Third for the Red Devils, 11.1 seconds to go. 13-5 of the first quarter. Red Devils down by 8. Bringing it up across the timeline here with the basketball is Worth. Worth looking, throws it back over into the left corner, taking one step inside the arc. At the buzzer is Hovelis, but he's not able to put it up and in, and that's where the quarter will come to a close. So 1 quarter in the books here from Quinter. It is Bulldogs in front, 13-5 in our boys action over the Oberlin Red Devils. This is Oberlin Red Devil basketball on 101.1 KFNF.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
A step towards better health. High Plains Podiatry.
If you've tried everything to get rid of your warts, High Plains Podiatry offers innovative Swift microwave therapy. Swift is clean and unevasive to get rid of your warts, leaving no blisters or scarring. And it doesn't even need bandages. Move on from warts with amazingly effective wart removal technique from High Plains Podiatry. Call 345-3773 or visit highplainspodiatry.com.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
1 quarter in the books here from Quinter, and the Bulldogs in front 13-5. Hargret with 2 threes, turns the corner, takes it up with a scoop shot on the left low block, and puts it in for 2. Count the bucket, no. They're going to say the foul came in before that. The foul goes against Brady Gehring, his first team foul, number 1 for the Red Devils. Not even 10 seconds in here. 7:51 left in the first half. And the steal by Davin Jensen on the out-of-bounds play. 4th turnover for the Bulldogs. Willoughby brings it up the middle of the floor, hands it off to Jensen above the volleyball line. Jensen hands it off to Willoughby. Willoughby looking to turn the corner, throws it to Kettrell. Kettrell pump fakes, now drives it just inside, pulls up from 15, missed it. Osmeyer tipping the rebound up in the air. Sawyers will come down with it, and then a foul will come in on Kettrell, who was trying to body up Sawyers there along the baseline. So the foul there against Bryson Kettrell is his first, team foul number 2. 7:30 left in the second quarter. 13-5. Red Devils down by 8. 2 threes from Cale Hargret are the difference. You take those away, it's a 7-5 game. Crossing the timeline here is Quinter. Quinter with the ball above the volleyball line, crossing over, gets it in here to the high post, trying to hand it off. Denton has it stolen away from behind. Jensen kind of tapped that handoff away. Now Jensen with the ball at the free throw line, hands it off to Willoughby at the top of the key, who turns the corner, pulls up from 15, and he gets the courtesy roll. He threw it off the front iron. It popped up off the back and dropped home. And we got a timeout of the floor taken by the Quinter Bulldogs. Gage Willoughby with his first 2 points makes it 13-7. Timeout of the floor. We'll take one with them. Red Devil basketball here on 101.1 KFNF.
Banking should be simple and convenient. With FNB Bank, it is. Whether online, by phone, or with a debit card, accessing your money has never been easier. Imagine managing your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go with just a few taps. FNB Bank in Oberlin, Kansas makes it all possible, ensuring you have control of your banking 24/7. Experience the convenience of modern banking with FNB Bank. Visit fnbbank.com today.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
13-7 out in front here. Quinter with a 6-point lead. Hargret with the ball, gets it inside to Sawyers on the left low block, going up against Otzmeyer, and he puts it in for 2 with a little Kareem skyhook over the right shoulder. Sawyers made that look easy. He's got 7 and to make it 15-7. 8-point game again here in favor of the Bulldogs. Jensen crosses over, stops to the free throw line. Back out to Gehring, over to Jensen now on the left wing. Jensen pump fakes, hesitates, looking, lobs it up to Otzmeyer in the left low block. Otzmeyer over the right shoulder, double team, now still going up for 2 and missed it just a little too strong. Great move against Sawyers, just wasn't able to put it in. Now the quick throw ahead to Sawyers in the right corner. Gives it back here to Worth, back to Sawyers, over to Worth at the top of the key above the volleyball line. Worth throws over to Quinter. Quinter on the left wing, throwing it back here. Now a long skip pass, 3 ball on the way for Worth. No, rebound brought down by Otzmeyer, out to Gehring. Gehring looking to push, 1-on-3. Gehring looking to take it over to the rack. He banged into Quinter, no call. Sawyers picks up the loose ball out of midair. Now Sawyers up the near side, left to right, stops at the right wing, and goes behind the back to throw it up to Quinter. Over to Hargret on the left wing, skips it over with a hard pass here to Quinter as he looks at the 3-2 zone from the Red Devils. Into the left corner for Sawyers. Sawyers wrapping it back around, stepping inside the volleyball line, kicks it back out, pump faking, back over around the horn. Into the right corner on the near side here for Deaton. Now dumps it off to Sawyers. Great pass from Hargret. Sawyers with a long floater from about 13, too hard and strong off of the backboard. And the Red Devils get it back. 5:14 left in the second quarter. 15-7. Gehring with the ball. The top of the key. Comes off of a screen. Stops at the right elbow. Now gets it inside to Otzmeyer. Otzmeyer pump fakes. Goes up against Sawyers on the right low block. Missed it too strong. Otzmeyer gets his own rebound. Finds Jensen cutting down the right lane line. And he'll put it up and in for 2. Davin Jensen with a great cut. And it's 15-9. Red Devils down by 6 here. 15-9. 4:48 left in the first half. Over to the left corner for Worth. Back to Hargret on the left wing, top of the key. Swings it over here to Deaton. Inside to Sawyers, back out to Deaton. Skips it over to Hargret through his hands. He regains it along the far sideline. Skips it inside here to Deaton. Deaton on the left low block, spinning off a defender, puts it up for 2. Missed it, it toilet bowled out. It rolled around the whole circumference of the rim and then popped back out on the right side. Willoughby in transition, hands it off to Ketchel. Ketchel inside to Otzmeyer, kicks it back out. Brady Gehring, right corner 3, fouled, and he's going to head to the free throw line. Brady Gehring doing a great job there. And no, they're going to say he's not heading to the free throw line. Foul comes from inside. Sawyers with his second foul, team foul number 2. Looking to get it in. Here's Willoughby underneath. Lobs it up over the top, trying to get it to Gehring. It'll be tapped out of bounds. That was a great athletic play there by Hans Deaton, a 6-foot senior. But it stays with Oberlin. They inbound across from the Quinter bench with 4:13 left in the second quarter. Willoughby looking to get it in. Does here at the top of the key to Ketchel. Left to the top of the circle is Ketchel. Now to the high post for Osmeyer. He turns and faces up. Osmeyer pump faking, takes it down, spins over the left shoulder, and banks it home! Big move by the Big O. He's got 4 points and makes it 15-11, but slicing behind the defense and finding him in transition are the Bulldogs. It's Hans Deaton who puts it in for 2. It's back to an 8-point game, make it 17-11. 6-point game, 17-11. Down right lane line. And Bryson Kettrell with a fadeaway floater just beyond the right low block. Puts it in. Kettrell with 4. In transition, Bridges with the ball. Forces it inside. Power dribble. Deaton up for 2. Missed it too strong. Osmeyer comes down with a rebound. And Willoughby up the far side now. Right to left across the timeline. Gets it over to Jensen. Jensen waiting everybody here as he's looking around trying to get it off to somebody. Jensen now on the right wing. Throws it back to Osmeyer. Osmeyer calling out the signals. Gets it to Kettrell. Kettrell off of a screen. Hands it off to Willoughby. Willoughby above the three-point arc on the right wing. Throws it back to Jensen. Jensen, a lot of dribbling going on here. I don't know if the Red Devils really know what they want to do. Inside to Osmeyer on the right low block. Back out to Kettrell. Back inside Osmeyer on the left low block. Back out to Kettrell again, who pops a 3 and knocks it down. Bryson Kettrell with a big shot. He's got 7, and the Red Devils have come all the way back and make it a 1-point game with 2:39 left in the second quarter. 17-16. Red Devils were down by 8 after the first quarter. Now just down by 1. Top of the key with the ball is Quinter. Throws over the right wing. Sawyers gets it inside. Trying to find Deaton, cutting down the middle. Instead, it's off his hands. Hargret picks it up. Out to Bridges, who pulls up from 15. No. And the rebound goes into the hands of Osmeyer in the middle of the lane, who gets it out of the far side. Right to left across the timeline comes Willoughby. Red Devils with 2:13 left can take the lead. Inside to Osmeyer at the high post, just to the right of the right elbow. Now dribbles it down into the right low block. He stops in the middle of the lane, but walked with it first. He was looking for a cutter along the baseline and couldn't find one. And that's the 4th turnover from the Red Devils with 2:04 left in the second quarter. (17-16). 2:04 left in the second quarter. Red Devils down as many as 8 have come all the way back and to make it a 1-point game here. Bringing it across the timeline. Going over to the right wing. Into the hands of Worth. Back to Quinter at the top of the key. Quinter lobs it up to Sawyers. Cutting along the baseline. Wide open. Missed the first layup. Got his own rebound. Missed the second layup. And Kettrell comes out with it along the right baseline. And now he gets it out to Gehring. And Gehring will bring it across the timeline. Missed opportunity there for Shade Sawyers and the Bulldogs. Willoughby with the ball above the volleyball line. Willoughby down, left lane line, back out. Kettrell again for 3. And off back iron. Rebound brought down into the hands of Worth. Now Quinter up the middle of the floor across the timeline. Hands it off to Bridges. Over to the right corner for Hovlis. Quinter around the horn. Sawyers left corner 3. No. Rebound backside of Willoughby. Willoughby there brings it down on the right low block. And Willoughby will walk it up across the timeline. 1:09 left in the first half. 17-16 into Osmeyer. Osmeyer fakes the handoff back to him. Now he goes with a hard dribble. Drop step over the right shoulder. Couldn't get it to go. Too hard on the layup. Quinter quickly ahead to Hovlis in the right corner. Skips it over to Sawyers. Into the left corner now. 3-ball on the way. Missing everything there. Bridges along the backside with a rebound. And Kettrell knocks it out of bounds along the baseline. The 3 came from Colt Worth. He missed everything to the backside. Bridges with an offensive rebound, and then Kettrell swiped it out of his hands out of bounds. 49.4 seconds left in the second quarter. 17-16. Red Devils down by 1. Have been down by as many as 8 in the contest. Looking to lob it in here. They do get it into the left corner. Does Quinter. Now they give it back to Worth, left of the top of the key. Now swings it back over to Hovlis, down right lane line. Kicks it back out to Worth to the top of the key. Quinter with 38 seconds inside the arc to Hovlis. Back to Sawyers, right wing 3. You betcha. With 32 seconds left. Shea Sawyers with a big 3. He's got 10. Make it 20-16. Red Devils down by 4. 25 seconds left as Jensen brings it across the timeline. Jensen with a basketball. Jensen Almost lost it, now has it in the left corner, lobs it up to Osmeyer with 16. Osmeyer on the left low block, turns over the right shoulder, puts it off glass, and in for 2. Tyler Osmeyer with 6 points. Quickly up the floor, Worth with the ball in the left corner with 5 seconds to go. Over to Katura, long range 3 for him, no, and Willoughby along with Sawyers going after the rebound. They say last touch by Gage with 0.3 seconds to go. And the Red Devils have got to avoid a lob here with 0.3 because a tip-in can happen. You can't get off a shot in 0.3. And the lob to Sawyers up for 2, and that's where the buzzer sounds as he misses the floater. So 1 half in the books here from Quinter. It is Oberlin down by 2 with a break, 20-18. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you your first half numbers and get you ready for the second half. 20-18, Quinter in front here on 101.1 KFNF.
Forget the flashy ads and gimmicks. Farmers, you need fertilizer equipment you can trust. JD Skiles in Atwood, Kansas delivers what truly matters: integrity and innovation. From custom fertilizer trailers and pit stop chemical systems to liquid fertilizer systems, they've got it all. Need more efficient spraying equipment? They have the most innovative ATV and UTV sprayers available. No frills, just quality. Visit them online at jdskiles.com or 101 Grant Street in Atwood, Kansas today. JD Skiles, where farming meets excellence without compromise.
Nextech is proud to now offer social media monitoring from Bark, designed by parents for parents. Bark is a service that scans text messages, over 30 social media apps, and other online activity, keeping you informed and your child protected. With Bark from Nextech, parents get alerts for potential dangers easily and effortlessly. Interested in learning more? Visit next-tech.com/bark or call 877-625-7872.
Agriculture, a hard-working industry built by a labor of love, blood, sweat, and tears. An industry that is constantly changing at an increasing rate with not enough hours in the day. Nutrien Ag Solutions is here to help carry the burden by offering multiple financing options, in-depth soil health and productivity analysis, field-by-field seed recommendations, and industry-leading services. Nutrien, working smarter and harder. Contact your local Nutrien today.
The hallmark of a trusted service center is comfort that lasts all year. R&M Service Center in downtown Oberlin offers Tempstar Ion System gas furnaces that ensure your home to stay warm all winter long, and Ion System air conditioners to help keep you cool in the summer. How do they do it? With variable speed blower motors that manage humidity and temperature seamlessly. Experience whole home comfort like never before. Discover more. Stop by R&M Service Center in downtown Oberlin. Where hometown charm meets fresh market dreams. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin is a feast for the senses. Hand-picked produce, sizzling steaks, and hearty roasts await your dinner table. Quality soars in every aisle. Shopping at Ray's is a breeze, leaving the heavy lifting to them as they escort your groceries right to your car. Experience the difference at Ray's Grocery. Fresh, friendly, and always local. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin.
There is a difference between going to the bank and going to the bank. When you go to the bank, it's just...
Hello, welcome to the bank. How can we bore you?
But when you go to the bank...
Hi, welcome to the bank. How can we help you?
And that help is offered to you in 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. From services and loans to state-of-the-art financial products, come to where the difference is better. The bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Quinter and the Doghouse, where they're honoring the Bulldogs state champions from the cross-country season this year. Pretty cool. It's 4 straight that they've won it. They've won the boys a couple of years in a row now, and then they won the girls a year before that. So they're kind of going through that as well. Kind of cool for that. But let's take you through our first half numbers of our boys contest here. 20-18. It is Quinter in front. Quinter led after one, 13-5, being led in that quarter by Cale Hargret in his 2 threes. You take those away, It's just a 7-5 game. But Oberlin outscores Quinter in the second quarter 13-7 for a 20-18, though, Quinter halftime lead. Let's take you through our first half numbers. We'll start with with the Quinter Bulldogs, and Cale Hargren has 6, 10 from Shea Sawyers, and 4 from Hans Deaton. The Bulldogs go 2 of 2 from the charity stripe and commit 5 turnovers. As for the Oberlin Red Devils, Davin Jensen has 2 points, 7 points from Bryson Kettrell, 2 from Gage Willoughby, 6 from Tyler Osmeyer, and 1 from Caden Shaw. Jensen, that is his first 2 points. He did not score in the last 3 straight games, as those are his first 2 points since the Wallace County game, in which he put up a season-high 19 there against Wallace County on January 31st. So he had not scored since January 31st in the contest, and he does tonight with his 2 points here at the break. Bryson Kettrell hitting a big 3 for number 25 of the year for him to make 7 points, and Tyler Osmeyer doing some work underneath. He's got 6 at the break. But leading all scorers is Quinter's Shea Sawyers with 10. 20-18 here at halftime between Oberlin and Quinter. We'll take a quick break, get your first half thoughts, get you ready for the second half. You're 101.1 KFNF.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and ShareJack purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits it into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.1% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
Sneezes, sniffles, or seasonal blues. It might seem like a small bother, but right now at Ward Drug in Oberlin, it's the perfect time to get your vaccinations. Protect yourself and your loved ones with their comprehensive range of vaccines. As an independently owned pharmacy, Ward Drug offers personalized care you can trust. Don't wait for the next wave of germs to hit. Your health is your wealth at Ward Drug. Visit warddrugstore.com or call them at 785-475-2285.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
AquaShield Roofing not only offers roofing for residential and business, but siding, guttering, insulation, windows and doors, construction and remodeling too. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call, 785-475-2533. AquashieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Creative Collision in Oberlin reminds you, when involved in an accident, the insurance company will pay for towing to the shop of your choice within a reasonable distance. Not the closest shop available. No law requires you to get more than one estimate. You choose the shop and authorize the repairs. Remember, your car, your choice. Creative Collision, Oberlin's choice body shop for all your collision and restoration services. Call them at 785-470-2130 or stop by at 1843 Highway 83 in Oberlin.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Colligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Colligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Colligan, better water, pure and simple.
It's costing more and more to fill up your gas tank these days. When you pay at the pump at Decatur Co-op, you pay less, and you don't have to be a member to enjoy great competitive rates. Decatur Co-op has pay at the pump in Lenora, Jennings, Oberlin, and Herndon, Kansas, along with Danbury, Nebraska. Plus, you don't have to worry about whether it's cash or credit. All prices are the same, and Decatur Co-op accepts all major credit cards and the Decatur Co-op Association card. Next time, fill up at Decatur Co-op.
Decatur County Beef wants to do business with all the local farmers. They want to buy your high-moisture corn and grain sorghum, also alfalfa and dry corn anytime. Decatur Beef and Hoxie Feed Yard are always looking for good help. Truck drivers, plumbers, welders, and pinwriters. Decatur County Beef is located just north of Oberlin on Highway 83, and Hoxie Feed Yard is just west of Hoxie. Call 785-475-2212 for Decatur County Beef, or call Scott at 785-675-9009. Give them a try. You will be glad you did.
New energy at Decatur Health in Oberlin. Yep, it's time to introduce Taylor Niermeyer, our new physician's assistant at Decatur Health. Taylor is a Northwest Kansas native. She has genuine passion for rural health care, and she knows the lay of the land. What does that mean? It means she is totally invested in your good health and well-being. That's why she's such a great fit and a great team member at Decatur Health. Call the clinic at 785-475-2215 to make an appointment to see Taylor. I promise it'll make you feel better. Decatur Health in Oberlin, where compassion and healing come together.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community-driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or at one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from the Doghouse, Quinter, Kansas, where we are at halftime between Quinter and Oberlin, 20-18. The Bulldogs in front. Oberlin being outscored in the first quarter 13-5, but rallied back to outscore Quinter 13-7 in the second, but still find themselves down to 20-18. There, it was kind of a tale of two different quarters there, but really, you take away 2 threes from Cale Hagrid, the game is completely different. Those 2 threes, 6 points. It could be 18-14 here, Oberlin, and Cale hit those threes back-to-back possessions. And when he did, it gave kind of Quinter that little bit of advantage in the third quarter. Oberlin's been able to wrap it back around to the second. And Oberlin did a really good job of getting their inside-out game working very well in that second quarter. They were getting it into Tyler. Tyler was doing his work underneath, but also he was able to find Davin cutting. He was also able to find Bryson Kettrell out there for a 3, get some great looks for him. And the Red Devils have been doing a great job attacking the hoop as well, and they really need to continue that. And they've been rebounding very well, too, against a tough team in Quinter. Now, they did not have to deal with Camden Bridges underneath for most of that first half, because he did commit 2 fouls really early. Didn't have to play most of that first half, but so we'll see him a little bit more in this second half. But it's going to be a tight one to the finish, that's for sure. Red Devils and Bulldogs here at the break, 20-18. We'll take one more final break, come back with your second half action here on 101.1 KFNF.
A step towards better health. High Plains Podiatry.
High Plains Podiatry is excited to announce that you can finally be free from persistent warts. Rid yourself from warts with their unevasive, swift system. High Plains Podiatry has locations in McCook, Holdridge, Benkelman, Franklin, and Minden. And in Kansas at Colby, Norton, and Quinter. Get your warts gone for good. Call 345-3773 or online at highplainspodiatry.com.
At FNB Bank in Oberlin, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who prioritize your financial needs. They offer the convenience of online and telephone banking, plus debit cards that make transactions seamless. And when they say team, they mean a tradition of trust and reliability. They're here to support you long after you open your account. So when it comes to banking, be confident knowing FNB Bank will go the extra mile for you. FNB Bank in Oberlin. Visit them online at fnbbank.com.
Forget the flashy ads and gimmicks. Farmers, you need fertilizer equipment you can trust. JD Skiles in Atwood, Kansas delivers what truly matters: integrity and innovation. From custom fertilizer trailers and pit stop chemical systems to liquid fertilizer systems, they've got it all. Need more efficient spraying equipment? They have the most innovative ATV and UTV sprayers available. No frills, just quality. Visit them online at jdskiles.com or 101 Grant Street in Atwood, Kansas today. JD Skiles, where farming meets excellence without compromise.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Quinter and the Doghouse, where the Bulldogs lead over the Red Devils at the break 20-18. As we're ready to start half number 2, Red Devils outscoring the Bulldogs 13-7 in the second quarter to only be down by 2 here at the break, and now trying to come up with a big second half here. Jensen with the ball, left to the top of the key, throws over to Willoughby on the left wing, pump fakes, Willoughby on the drive, stop left baseline, back out, Brady Gehring, left wing 3, missed it off front iron, tipped by the hand of Osmeyer. Jensen runs it down to the free throw line, throws it back out over here to the left wing, inside to Osmeyer, above the left low block, now goes up with the right shoulder against Bridges, finds some space and puts it in. Tyler Osmeyer with 8 points, and he knots it up at 20 apiece. The throw down the floor will be taken away by Tyler, and it's the 6th turnover for the Bulldogs, and it could give the Red Devils a lead here. Jensen on the drive, steps back, now pulls it back out to Ketchel. Ketchel with the ball on the right wing, inside to Tyler. Tyler spinning over the right shoulder, up and under against Bridges, and it's in for 2. Tyler Osmeyer back-to-back buckets, and the Red Devils have their first lead of the contest, 22-20. Up the middle of the floor, across the timeline, Katsura inside of the high post, Bridges. Bridges double team, throws it back out over to Sawyers. Sawyers on the drives, dumps it out. Bridges from 15. No, went off front iron, then off side iron along the baseline there on the left low block. And it was Jensen that comes up with a rebound. Jensen up the near side, left to right now, centers it up, hands it off with a dribble to Willoughby, who goes underneath the legs, gets it out to Gehring, back to Jensen. Jensen now looking to turn the corner, stops on the right baseline, tried to dump it off to Osmeyer, who was flexing towards the high post, where they say he picked up the pivot foot, and it will go as a travel. And it has gotten loud in here, that's for sure, as the Bulldogs find themselves down, and the fans trying to get them back into it. 22-20, 6:26 left in the third. Katsura with the ball, coming off of a screen, lobs it up inside to Bridges, who puts it up for 2, missed it. Osmeyer taps the rebound in the air. Ketchel comes down with it on the left low block, dribbles it outside, and now dumps it off to Willoughby, and Willoughby moves it left to right across the timeline. Willoughby stops, trying to get it inside quickly to Osmeyer. It'll go out of bounds off the hand of Bridges, who taps it out, and it'll stay with the Red Devils underneath their own hoop with 6:08 left in the third quarter. 22-20, Red Devils down by up in front by 2. Looking to get it in is Willoughby, throws it along the backside. Jensen tried to save it, but then dribbled it along the baseline out of bounds. So each team kind of somewhat turnover happy in the early going of this one, each of them with 2 turnovers in the early going in this third quarter. But the Red Devils with more points, 4 of them to 0 from the Bulldogs. 22-20, Red Devils in front, down right lane line. Katura kicks it back out to Sawyer. Sawyer's trying to go over the top of Ketchel. Ketchel knocked it out, but coming up to save it is Worth along the near sideline in front of his own bench. Gets it out to Deaton. Deaton over to Worth into the right corner of the hand to Katura. Katura throws it back up to Deaton at the top of the key. Deaton takes one dribble inside the arc, pulls it back out over to Sawyers. Sawyers one-on-one with Willoughby down left lane line, trying to kick it back out. It was swatted away by a red jersey, and it'll go out of bounds. But they say last touch by the Red Devils stay with the Bulldogs, but we got a timeout of the floor taken by Quinter. 5:32 left, Red Devils in front, 22-20 in the third. Here on 101.1 KFNF.
Hey, babe.
Hey, ready for the movie night? Picked up all your favorite snacks.
I don't know. Is your internet gonna buffer all night again?
It's not that bad.
It happens every time we hang at your place.
More time for snacks.
Why are you still putting up with this? I can't believe you haven't switched to Nextech yet.
Expect better. Get the internet connection you deserve with Nextech Wi-Fi. Get 1 gig home internet for just $69 a month. Plus your first bill is on us. Visit next-tech.com to learn more.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
22-20. Red Devils in front by 2. Have been down by as many as 8 multiple times in this game. Find themselves down by just 2 at half, but here in this third quarter are up by 2, 22-20. So this is going to be a big last 13 minutes of the contest here. So we got 5:32 left in the third and then a full fourth quarter. Out of the left corner quickly here for Worth. Back up to the top of the key after the inbounds play to Quinter. Quinter waiting for things to set up. He holds it between the rings in that Bulldog logo at center court now. Dribbles it over to the right wing off of a screen. Crosses over, dribbles between the legs once. Throws it to Worth in the right corner. Worth above his head, trying to throw it back up to the top of the key. Jensen knocks it away. Jensen runs it down, lays it up and in for 2. The hustle, the layup. 4 points for Jensen, and it's 24-20. Red Devils with a 6-0 run to start the second half, now lead by 4. Crossing over Worth down left lane line against Osmeyer, and Osmeyer will foul him and send him to the floor hard. And picked him up, though, as well. 4:55 left. Jensen with a great deflection and taking it a little bit slow, trying to run it down was Deaton. And Jensen comes in from behind, picks it up, and lays it in for 2, all in one motion. The foul against Tyler is his second. The free throw, first one from Colt Worth, is missed. Colt, 58% free throw shooter on the year, 14 of 24. Second one on the way, yes. So Worth, 1 of 2 at the free throw line. He's got 1 point, 24-21. (24-21), 4:55 left in the third quarter. Jensen will be the one to inbound. They had to stop play. There's a little bit of condensation, a little bit of, must be a hole in the roof or something. It's just making a little drip down on the floor. Over the right wing for Ketchel. Ketchel dumps it off to Willoughby on a curl down the right lane line, pulls it back out from 15 and hits. What a move by Gage Willoughby. Instead of driving, he took one dribble, pulled it back out, shot a fadeaway jumper, and drained it to make it 26-21. Red Devils lead by 5. Over to Sawyers on the right wing, and Sawyers taking too many steps trying to get to the lane, turns it over with a travel. And Oberlin gets the ball back. 5-point game, 26-21. The 9-9 Red Devils leading the 13-6 Bulldogs. Working against a little bit of pressure here. Jensen splitting the double team. And then Kyle Breath wants a timeout after seeing the pressure. 4:28 left in the third quarter. 26-21. Red Devils with a 5-point lead here on 101.1 KFNF.
Agriculture, a hard-working industry built by a labor of love, blood, sweat, and tears. An industry that is constantly changing at an increasing rate with not enough hours in the day. Nutrien Ag Solutions is here to help carry the burden by offering multiple financing options, in-depth soil health and productivity analysis, field-by-field seed recommendations, and industry-leading services. Nutrien, working smarter and harder. Contact your local Nutrien today.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
26-21, 5-point game in favor of the Red Devils, who are now working against 1-2-2 pressure here from the Bulldogs. First time the Bulldogs have put on pressure all day. Into Osmeyer in the middle of the floor at the three-point line. Gets it off to Willoughby. Willoughby looking for some help. Throws it across the timeline to Jensen, who finds Gehring. Left corner 3. Can't get the bank. And the rebound caroms out to Sawyers. Sawyers looking to push. Sawyers up the near side, right to left. Spins off of Jensen. Kicks it back out here into the hands of Deaton. Deaton skips it over to Quinter. Quinter backing off his defender there against Gehring, pulls it back out over to Hargrid. Hargrid with the ball just inside the arc, dumps it off inside to Bridges. Bridges loses the ball underneath. I think it was Gehring that got a hand on it, and then Willoughby comes up with a steal. Back the other way, Gage throws it up to the top of the key for Jensen. Jensen awaiting some help here and trying to get some screens. Throws it over to Kettrell, and Hargrid will knock it out of his hands and out of bounds. Quinter 13-6, Oberlin 9-9. Quinter, their last 4 wins have all come by single digits. Oberlin looking to get their first win since January 31st. Lob pass into Osmeyer, back to Willoughby for 3, off front iron. Osmeyer tipping around the rebound, comes up with it. Over to Jensen, to Gehring. Gehring down, right baseline, lays it up for 2. And I think he was expecting a little more contact and just threw it off of the wall. No foul call. Someone was wanting a foul, and they're going to say that it was actually off of Quinter. So it'll stay with Oberlin underneath their own hoop. Willoughby to inbound. Willoughby gets it into Gehring, back out to Willoughby. Willoughby driving now along the left baseline, goes up with a reverse layup, blocked by Bridges. Up the near side of the floor comes Worth. Worth pushing it coast to coast, gets it inside to Salyers. Salyers against Osmeyer. He's blocked underneath, but a foul is called. My goodness. Osmeyer looking like he got a whole ball there along the baseline. Looking back over to Kyle Breath. And Kyle, I think, wanting a little bit of an explanation too. .322 left here in the third quarter of play. 26-21, Red Devils lead by 5. Outscoring the Bulldogs in the quarter 8-1. First one up for Salyers is off the mark. And Shea is a 69% free throw shooter on the year. 48 of 70 before that shot from the nail. Second one on the way. No. Oh, tapped around, but it's pushed back out into the hands of Salyers. Now he pulls up from 18, misses that, and Jensen will come down with a rebound just below the left low block. Jensen racing it up the near side here, brings it across the timeline, left to right. 3:09 left in the third quarter of play. Red Devils lead by 5. Willoughby gets it inside here to Osmeyer, finds Brady Gehring, cutting along the right baseline, puts it up for 2. Got a lot of body, there was no foul call. And then Osmeyer steals it away as Bridges tried to get it out to Katura. Now Osmeyer working against Bridges will draw a foul. And so Osmeyer will draw the foul against Bridges, and that'll be Bridges' third. And you can feel the tension starting to rise in here with the home team down. Oberlin 26 and Quinter 21. Red Devils have not beat Quinter since 2019. Have lost 14 of the last 15 against the Bulldogs. Willoughby looking to inbound underneath the zone hoop, throws it out to Kettrell. Kettrell with the ball just inside the arc, head fakes, gets it out to the left corner for Gehring. Back out left wing here. Around the horn quickly to Willoughby. Willoughby right at the top of the key, over to the right wing now for Brady. Brady coming off of a screen set by Osmeyer, gets it back to Tyler at the right wing. Tyler throws it back over to Willoughby as they're going to reset everything here. 2:31 left in the third. Willoughby picking up his dribble, throws it over to Kettrell, who saved him. Back out to Jensen. Jensen along the half-court line, now with both feet inside the inner circle here. Gets it out to Willoughby at the high post. Willoughby turns, takes it down, goes around Salyers, who was posting up for a charge. Willoughby lands hard on the ground. Back the other way quickly. Here come the Bulldogs. Willoughby getting up, limping a little bit. 3 ball on the way for Hovlis. No. Osmeyer can't come up with a rebound, but it's tapped around underneath. Kettrell brings it up, and Jensen will bring it across the timeline left to right. But Willoughby is going to check out, still limping. I think he just came down right on that hip, which never feels good. So it will stay here with the Red Devils as they pause to get Willoughby out of the game. Kettrell throws it into Jensen, brings it across the timeline to the high post. Shaw pulls up from 15, missed it, rebound underneath, brought down by Salyers. Salyers gets it out to Katura. Katura up the near side, up the far side, right to left to Salyers. Now to the left corner for Hovlis. Skip pass over to Katura to Salyers, top of the key. 3 ball, back iron, no. Tap back out into the hands of Kettrell. Ketchel feeds it out to the outside for Jensen. Jensen slowing everything down, hands it off to Ketchel. Ketchel to the top of the key for Jensen. Jensen working against this high extended 2-3 zone over to Ketchel. Ketchel with the ball on the left wing, now to the left corner for Jensen. He pump fakes. Jensen gets it inside of the high post. Osmeyer. Osmeyer pump fake it. Now takes one dribble, trying to dump it off to Shaw underneath, and instead it'll be stolen away underneath there, and a foul will be called on the Red Devils as Osmeyer had it, took one dribble, tried to draw the defense in, and he had Shaw for a second, but it was great backside help by Colt Worth. And with 1:16 left here in the third quarter, Red Devils have only scored 8 in the quarter compared to Quinter's 1. So that's where the lead has come from, 26-21, just 1 point in the corner for the Bulldogs. Across the top line, Katura. Katura inside the volleyball line, throws it over. Hagritt for 3, no. Long rebound on the backside. Brought down just below, I should say, the right low block there by Osmeyer. Osmeyer bringing it across the timeline. Jensen throws it over to the left wing for Ketchel. Back to Jensen. Jensen gives it back to Ketchel. Back to Jensen at the top of the key. Jensen fakes, pulls up from 3, missed it, and the rebound brought down by Worth. Gets it out up the near side here to Sawyers. Over to Worth in the left corner. Into the short corner for Hargritt. Skip pass to Katura for 3. No. Rebound underneath. Osmeyer wrestles it away from Hargritt along with Sawyers. And Osmeyer will be the one to lead it the point for a bit. Gets it out to Ketchel. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Ketchel gets it off to Jensen. Jensen with the ball on the right wing, trying to avoid a trap. Jensen throws it back over to Ketchel. Skip pass over to Gehring. Gehring with the ball, left wing extended into the left corner. Jensen avoiding a turnover, now trying to get it out to Osmeyer, stolen away. Here comes Hans Deaton down the other way. Deaton coast to coast, lays it up, blocked by Osmeyer. Hargritt pulls it down, throws it out to Sawyers at the buzzer. No, the rebound brought down by the Bulldogs, but that's where the quarter comes to a close. So, the Red Devils outscore Quinter 8-1 in the third and lead 26-21 as we enter quarter number 4. It's Red Devil basketball here on 101.1 KFNF.
Honey, we need to talk right now.
What happened? Did something break?
Yes, it's the A word. Now go to the kitchen.
The A word? What do you mean?
Appliances. Our fridge is from R&M Service Center, and they're having a sale. Let's get a new one.
At R&M Service Center downtown Oberlin, find top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. Don't forget they service what they sell. Get your new appliance today at R&M Service Center downtown Oberlin. Where hometown charm meets fresh market dreams. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin is a feast for the senses. Hand-picked produce, sizzling steaks, and hearty roasts await your dinner table. Quality soars in every aisle. Shopping at Ray's is a breeze, leaving the heavy lifting to them as they escort your groceries right to your car. Experience the difference at Ray's Grocery. Fresh, friendly, and always local. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Start of the fourth and final quarter here from Quinter. Red Devils looking to pull off a big upset to end the year as the 9-9 Red Devils lead by 5 as we enter the fourth quarter, 26-21 over the 13-6 Quinter Bulldogs. Crossing the timeline, Katura with the ball just inside the volleyball arc, comes off of a screen. Katura looking, throws over to Sawyers on the right wing. Sawyers pump fakes, now drives, pulls up from 15 feet, misses it offside iron. Osmeyer tapping the rebound, it goes off the backboard again, and Brady Gehring comes down with it on the left low block. Gehring running into trouble, barely gets it back to Willoughby, who tries to throw it ahead to Osmeyer. It'll be taken away by Sawyers. Sawyers looking to run up the middle of the floor, kicks it over to Hargritt on the right wing. Hargritt now finds a cutting Worth along the baseline, blocked from behind by Jensen. Jensen taking it back the other way, looking to push. 1-on-5, pulls it back out. Now to the hands of Ketchel, over to Willoughby. Willoughby inside to Osmeyer. Osmeyer takes one dribble, double team. Now he spins away and puts it in for 2. Tyler with 12 points and make it 28-21. Red Devils with 10 points since half, just 1 for Quinter. Hargritt for 3, no. Rebound brought down by Jensen and Katura, and we got a jump ball. And it'll go back to Oberlin, 28-21. Red Devils trying to take care of the basketball, number 1, but take care of their opportunities here with Quinter shooting the ball so poorly in the second half. Just 1 point, and it's come from the free throw line. Shea Sawyers, who averages 14.1, has not scored yet in the second half. The only point in the second half came from Colt Worth at the free throw line. The long pass down the floor trying to break the press, stolen away by Sawyers. Now they find Worth again. Count the bucket and one. Big bucket right there. Red Devils trying to go with a home run ball down the floor to break the press, and instead it's turned over. Sawyers throws it ahead to Worth, and Worth is at the free throw line to shoot one with his and one bucket. And the and one is up and in. Kyle Breath wants a timeout. 6:52 left in the fourth. So 3 of 2 of 3 from that charity stripe is Colt Worth. And it's 28-24, just like that. So we got a timeout of the floor. We'll keep it right here. 28-24. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors today. Aqua Shield Roofing, Creative Collision, Colligan of Oberlin, Decatur Co-op, Decatur Health, Decatur County Beef, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, FNB Bank of Oberlin, Frederickson Insurance Agency. Big thank you to all of them as well. Big thank you to Hawkswell Motors and Joel and all the gang down there for giving me my drive to the game today. 2010 tax return special 2010 Chevy Traverse, 157,000 miles. 6,900. That's what they're wanting for it. Always big thanks to Joel. Always giving me a drive to the game for some of these longer trips. 28-24. Red Devils in front by 4, have led by as many as 7, but have been down by as many as 8, and you felt like that and one needed to happen. Quinter, there was a lid on that basket for this whole second half so far. Jensen looking to get it in against the pressure, gets it to Willoughby up the near side, back to Ketchell, over to Jensen. Jensen in the middle of the floor, 1-on-4, kicks it out to Willoughby. Willoughby looking to drive, gets into the high post for Osmeyer, back out. Brady Gehring for 3, and he misses everything. An air ball brought down, and a long throw ahead from Katura to Hargett, up against Jensen. Count the bucket and one. Gunnar Katura with the most amazing pass. He passes it from the Red Devil free throw line to the left low block, and then putting it up and in for 2 is Hargett. Hargett, who now has 8 points, only averaged 2 points per game and had not scored once in the last 3 contests. And now he's got 8 and make it 9. But no, I think they're going to wave off the free throw. Yes, they are. They say the Bulldogs stepped over the end of the free throw area. So it does go as an attempt, but it keeps it at 28-26. Red Devils once just led 28-21, but back-to-back and ones have made it 28-26. Jensen up the near side across the timeline, and he's trying to throw it back, stolen away by Katura, who throws it inbounds from the post down. Bodies flying everywhere. Katura took a hard shot off of his nose. I think he's going to be okay, and Quinter somehow miraculously ends up with the ball. Katura with the ball. He was the one that saved it right in front of the press table. Back in, Katura on the drive against Ketchell, looking to get somewhere. Oberlin bench wanting to travel. They're not going to get it. Instead, a foul against Bryson Ketchell. That'll be Bryson's second. Team foul number 3 against the Red Devils in the quarter. 6:10 left in the fourth. 28-26. And I was going to say, Katura, I think, is bleeding from the nose, because he took a hard, massive shot from one of his teammates right off the nose as he was diving after that loose ball. He's the one that saved it inbounds, and then Ketchell caught it, but it kind of went through his hands, and then him and Sawyers collided, and the ball squirted back out, and then 3 Quinter Bulldogs jumped on it, and Katura was at the middle of it and got his nose popped in, and now he shoves a little cotton ball in there, and it looks like he's going to be okay. Katura lobs it up to Bridges at the top of the key, guarded by Osmeyer. On the left lane line, now throws it back out to Katura. Katura resetting things up. Katura, step back, hands it off to Bridges. Bridges turns, puts it up from 15, and will get the roll. Front iron, backboard, rolls around and drops home, and we're knotted up at 28. Kettrell throws it ahead to Willoughby, who almost lost it. Willoughby now looking a long throw ahead to Gehring into the left corner, and the Red Devils will be able to get it reset. Bridges with his first 2 points of the game, but Jensen in a trap along the sideline, trying to throw it out there, and he does throw it off of the foot of Worth just barely. 28-28. Red Devils led 28-21 just a few minutes ago, and now it's 28-28. Into the middle of the floor for Osmeyer, double team, throws it over to Jensen. Jensen now double team there, picks up his dribble, throws it to Kettrell, left wing three. You betcha! Bryson Kettrell with a huge shot. He's got 10, his second 3 of the game, and the Red Devils lead 31-28 with 5:17 left in the fourth. Bridges kicks it back out, the drive for Hargret, dumps it off to Bridges, fancy pass, but Bridges doesn't use the backboard, misses the layup from the right low block, and back the other way comes Willoughby, skips it to Kettrell, to Brady Gehring in the right corner. Brady with the ball there, right corner, looking to drive, puts the ball on the floor, now he's in trouble, wraps it around to Osmeyer in the left low block, Osmeyer double teamed along the baseline, throws it back out to Brady Gehring, off his hands and out of bounds. Tough one there. I think Brady thought he was going to more go baseline, and he wrapped it around to the wing. That's just tough. 4:52 left in the fourth. We got a timeout on the floor taken here from Quinter. 31-28. Oberlin in front by 3 on 101.1 KFNF.
You have a lot of banks to choose from, but there's one bank with 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. The bank. No, not the bank. The bank that provides the needed experience you deserve. The bank's full range of banking services includes personal, commercial, and home loans, specialty ag financing, investments, and more. That's why they're the bank to go to. Come to where the difference is better. The bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Quinter, 31-28. Oberlin in front by 3. Bryson Kettrell with a massive 3 to put the Red Devils in front by 3. Bryson now in double figures for back-to-back games with that 3. But the story has been Cale Hargret, 8 points tonight. Couple of big 3s. He only averaged 2 points per game. He's got 8, and he kind of has kept Quinter in it at some points as well. Hargret with the ball on the left wing. Hargret skips it over the top, almost stolen away, but Worth tracks it down. Back to Katura. Katura throws it back to Hargret. Hargret driving, kicks it out. Sawyers left corner 3. You betcha! Shea Sawyers has been looking for one of those all second half. Finally gets it to fall. We're knotted up at 31. Jensen to Osmeyer as they break the press. Osmeyer, Brady Gehring wide open, throws it back out to Kettrell. Kettrell now throws it back over to Jensen, and everything will settle down here with 4:16 to go. Skip pass. Kettrell, left corner 3. No, missed it. Partially tipped, I think, underneath there by Worth. And he get it out to Katura. 31 all. 4:06 left in the fourth quarter. Over to the right wing. Worth on the drive. Worth out of control, but they're going to call a foul? He was out of control. But they called a foul, and we'll see what it's going to go against. Maybe it wasn't against the ball there. And now the official is walking around talking with the other official, trying to call a foul. They don't even know who it's on. And so they're going to call it on Gage Willoughby, his second. They pointed at Tyler for a second. I was like, I don't think Tyler was anywhere near the play. Katura finds Sawyers on the backside, who puts it up and in for 2. Great out-of-bounds play. Sawyers with 15, and Quinter's got the lead back 33-31. Willoughby trying to avoid a trap, in trouble, skips it over to Kettrell. Kettrell to Osmeyer underneath, who puts it up and in for 2. Tyler Osmeyer with 14. 33 all, 3:43 left in the fourth quarter. Top of the key here with the ball is Bridges. Bridges looking to drive down left baseline. Now he goes up along the left low block with a green skyhook. Doesn't go. Trying to get his own rebound and knocked it out of bounds. He was trying to go one-on-one with Tyler from the start when he got the ball, and Tyler playing straight up and down affects the shot. Red Devils working against the pressure again. Willoughby gets it into Osmeyer in the middle of the floor. Everybody kind of clears out. Over to Kettrell. Kettrell one dribble, gets it back to Willoughby. Willoughby throws it down the sideline on the far side here for Jensen. Jensen on the left corner, inside Osmeyer. Takes one dribble over the right shoulder. Double team, fouled, and he's going to head to the charity stripe to shoot two. The Red Devils playing inside out down the stretch here. Back-to-back possessions. They've got a post touch, and back-to-back possessions they can put up some points. The foul is against Bridges, his fourth. Team foul number 1 for Quinter, though, in the quarter. 3:18 left in the fourth to break the tie. And Tyler Osmeyer does. 15 points for Tyler. 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. Bridges checks out. Deaton checks in. So it's Deaton, Coutura, Sawyers, Hovlis, and Worth on the floor for the Bulldogs. We're in the white jerseys, Oberlin in the red. Second one of the way for Osmeyer. Missed it. It wanted to go off the front iron, but just skimmed over the top of it. Coutura trying to lob it up inside to a wide open Deaton, who misses the layup from just inside the right low block. Osmeyer affects the shot just enough. Made him fade away a little bit. Red Devils break the press with ease that time. Gehring with the ball inside the lane, kicks it back out. Jensen for 3, no, backside rebound. Gage Willoughby, who finesses his way around but misses the layup. Sawyers loses it off his hands. He slid with the ball. They were wanting a turnover, and instead they're going to get a travel. Sawyers slid about 2 or 3 feet after he got the ball back after dribbling it off his own foot. And instead, they are going to give Quinter a timeout. They're still talking things over. And yes, that's what it's going to be. Quinter ball when we come back. 34-33, 2:48 left. We'll keep it right here. So 34-33, Red Devils in front by 1. And Gage got the offensive rebound below the right low block. And when he came down, he was under, about right underneath the basket. So he tried to jump back in underneath the basket, and he was fading away when he did it and threw it hard off the back iron. But then Sawyers got the pass. It went through his hands, and he caught it with one hand falling to the floor, put the second hand on it, and slid towards the Oberlin bench just beyond the volleyball out of bounds line, or kind of where the right wing area is. He slid with the ball. That should have been a travel, but instead they said the timeout came in first. And so that's why they didn't call a travel. So Quinter getting some help there. 2:46 left in the fourth. Coutura brings it across the timeline. Coutura crossing over, looking for a little bit of help. John Chris calling out the signals here. He's got Sawyers at the high post, guarded by Osmeyer. Throws it into the right corner for Worth. Finds Sawyers along the baseline, puts a shoulder into Osmeyer, laid it up. We got a foul. No, they're going to say he threw it off, and it was blocked by Osmeyer. And Sawyers was just going up for a foul at that point because he threw that off of the metal posts that hold the backboard to the wall. And it went out of bounds, but they say last touch by Osmeyer. Sawyers on the left elbow, kicks it out. Coutura, long range three, you betcha. Gunnar Coutura has not attempted a shot tonight. And now the first one he makes it 36-34 inside. Over the right shoulder, Osmeyer up for 2, and we're tied again. 17 for Tyler, 36-36, 2:03 left. And I should mark my words maybe a little bit. Couture's, I'm sure, attempted some shots, but the first one he makes gives Quinter the lead, but Osmeyer gets it right back to a tie. 36 all, and the drive here from Worth from the left wing to the left elbow, and we got a foul that will be called on the Red Devils with 1:52 left in the fourth, 36-36. The foul is against Gehring, and so at the free throw line is Worth. First one from Colt is up and in. 5 points, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Came in as a 58% free throw shooter. Worth bends the knees, puts up the second one, in and out, and then it bounces off the right iron and goes in. Ketchel throws it to Gehring, back to Ketchel, up the near sideline here for Jensen, who gets it across the timeline, and it's knocked out of bounds by Quinter. So it'll stay with Oberlin, 1:46 left. Colt Worth with 6 points. He's 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. 38-36. Quinter leads by 2. 1:45 left in the fourth. Jensen with the ball in between the rings. Throws it over to the left wing here for Gehring. Gehring gives it back to Jensen. Jensen comes off of a screen, pucks a long-range three, and drains it from just inside the volleyball arc, and it gives the Red Devils a 39-38 lead with 1:25 left. Katura down right lane line, blocked by Jensen, out to Salyers. No! Rebound brought down by Ketchel, who throws it out to Jensen. Jensen into the middle of the floor, and Kyle Breath calls a timeout just in time, because Davin Jensen had just thrown the ball away. Oh my goodness. Davin Jensen had not scored in the previous 3 games, and he has stepped up for 7 points tonight, draining his 16th three from just inside the volleyball arc. 39-38. Man, oh man, catch your breath. It's going to be a wild one to the finish here from Quinter. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors tonight. High Plains Podiatry, J.D. Skiles Company, Next Tech, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Oberlin, R&M Service Center, Ray's Grocery, The Bank, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, and Ward Drug Store. So Oberlin, who outscored Quinter 8-1 in the third quarter, led by 5, 26-21 entering this quarter. And it has been back and forth, left and right, upside down this whole quarter. And the Oberlin faithful sitting below me, most of them have been standing this whole entire half. And they're standing again. It's Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, plays through the speakers here in the doghouse. The Quinter student section jumping up and down. 1:13 to go in the fourth quarter. 39-38, Red Devils lead by 1. They got to work against the 1-2-2 pressure. Willoughby gets it into the corner to Jensen. Back to Willoughby. Willoughby into the middle of the floor for Osmeyer. Back to Jensen. And Jensen brings it across the timeline with 1:04 left. Jensen, Red Devils trying to kill some time here. Jensen needing to hand it off, and he does to Ketchel. Ketchel turns the corner. Ketchel driving into Osmeyer. Kicks it back out to Jensen. Jensen now with under a minute to play, 51 seconds, gets it into Osmeyer. Osmeyer turns, spins, gets it out to Gehring, and back over to Jensen on the right wing. Jensen still holding the ball. Now he's going to be double-teamed, triple-teamed, and a foul will come in. So they were needing a foul. 42.1 seconds to go, and Davin Jensen fouled. Only the second foul for Quinter. 42.1 seconds left. Willoughby has got to get the ball in here. That's the main key. Gets it into Osmeyer. Osmeyer on the right wing, takes one dribble. Shouldn't have done that, but now he's trying to get it to Ketchel. Almost lost it. He's along his near sideline. Finds Willoughby, backdoor cutting. He pump fakes around Salyers, and he puts it up and in for 2. Gage Willoughby with 6. Katura up the near side, right to left. 41-38, Red Devils, 24.5 seconds to go. And the Red Devils wanting the pressure to come to them so they could foul. Instead, Osmeyer finds Gage Willoughby backdoor cutting, and Gage configuring the body there to go around Salyers. He pump faked and then kind of, positioned his body to where he could lay that up off the glass and in. 41-38. 3-point game for the Red Devils, trying to beat Quinter for the first time since 2019. For the first time in their last 8 tries. And for only the 15th time in their last 16 tries. And can they do it on the road in a packed house on senior night in Quinter, where it's been a night of celebration for both the boys and the girls teams, celebrating the cross-country team at halftime of the boys game. And tonight, can the Red Devils play spoils here? 41-38. Red Devils looking for their first win since January 31st. Kyle Breath, we talked to him in that interview. He said, man, I just felt like we played our best game against Norton. Just didn't have a couple of things go our way. Well, tonight, they've had some things go their way. and they lead by 3 with 24.5 seconds to go. Sawyers inbounds just to the left of the press table. Gets it into Katura. Katura brings it out above the half-court line. Throws over to the left wing, into the hands of Deaton to the top of the key for Bridges. Bridges over to the right wing for Worth. Worth throws it back to Katura at the top of the key. Katura dancing off people, bump fakes, now pulls up for 3 and knocks it down with 4 seconds to go. And we got a timeout on the floor. What a move by Katura. He pump faked the 3, sent Willoughby flying by to the far out of bounds line, and Katura drills a 3. Gunnar Katura had no points until the 2-minute mark of this game. And he has drained 2 massive 3s in the last few seconds, and we're knotted up at 41 apiece with just single seconds remaining. We'll see what Kyle Breath wants to draw up here. 41-41. It's a 20-point fourth quarter for Quinter after they had just 1 point in the third quarter. 2.8 seconds to go. The Red Devils have to go the length of the floor. Willoughby will inbound. They've got Kettrell and Jensen on opposite sides of each other, about even with Quinter's free throw line. Osmeyer stands at the half-court line. Gets it into Osmeyer, who turns, throws it up to Jensen. Jensen spins at the buzzer, and he's not going to get it. Kettrell followed it and put it in for 2, but they say it's his time expires, and we have got free basketball on the line here from the Doghouse. 41-41. We'll take a break, be back with OT here on 101.1 KFNF.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and ShareJack purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits it into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.1% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
Sneezes, sniffles, or seasonal blues. It might seem like a small bother, but right now at Ward Drug in Oberlin, it's the perfect time to get your vaccinations. Protect yourself and your loved ones with their comprehensive range of vaccines. As an independently owned pharmacy, Ward Drug offers personalized care you can trust. Don't wait for the next wave of germs to hit. Your health is your wealth at Ward Drug. Visit warddrugstore.com or call them at 785-475-2285.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
41-41, and we get 4 more minutes of free basketball here on 101.1 KFNF between the Quinter Bulldogs and the Oberlin Red Devils. The tip, and it's quickly won. Bridges finds Deaton, count the bucket, and one. What a start. Sawyers tipped it to Bridges, who stood at the three-point line. Deaton ran from half court down the right lane line. They fed it to him. Count the bucket and one, and not the start that you wanted if you're the Red Devils. Brady Gehring with the foul. Deaton now with 6. The story has been the unnamed player tonight. First and one on the way. Missed it. Tapped out to Willoughby. Willoughby racing it up the near side across the timeline. Throws it to Osmeyer at the top of the key. Over to Willoughby. To Jensen in the right corner. Jensen now will pull it back out. 3:45 left in overtime number 1. Over to Brady Gehring. Gehring throws it back over to Jensen. Jensen with the ball. Throws it to Kettrell into the left corner for Brady. Brady looking to get it inside. Does to Willoughby. Lobs it up to Osmeyer. Osmeyer double teamed when he caught the ball and will draw a foul. That'll be the third on Quinter. 3:29 left in the overtime. 43-41. Only overtime game this year for the Red Devils right here. The Bulldogs have played in 2 and won both of them. They beat Greeley County 72-67. Bryson Kettrell for a 3. Out of bounds play. Missed it. Brady Gehring tried to save the rebound on the backside, and instead it goes off his hands and out of bounds. Bryson with one of the cleanest looks he's had all night, and it dropped halfway down, but then popped back out. Worth brings it up the floor, right to left across the timeline to the far sideline. crossing over against Ketchel. Now takes it down, dumps it off to Bridges inside, lowers his shoulder, puts it up for two, missed it. Osmeyer with a rebound on the left low block just inside the lane. Gets it out to Gage Willoughby, 43-41, 3:02 left here in the quarter. Willoughby inside to Osmeyer, turns over the right shoulder, up for two and in! Big job right there by Tyler Osmeyer. Just going right at Bridges. It's been a matchup all night. Katsura with the ball. Hit two massive threes, drives it down, spinning around. Now he fades away against Gehring, missed it. Gehring comes down with a rebound after it was tapped out by Bridges. Gehring with the ball. Dumps it off here to Willoughby. 43 all, 2:33 left in overtime, number one. Gets it out here to Jensen along the half-court line. Jensen hands it off to Willoughby. Willoughby gets it inside to Osmeyer at the high post. Osmeyer against Bridges, back out. Gage Willoughby for three, misses everything. Ketchel saves it back in bounds, but right there to pick it up was Deaton. Splits a double team. Deaton gets it out here to Katura. Katura one-on-one with Willoughby, will pull it back out on the left wing. Skips it over to Sawyers. Sawyers pump fakes and travels before he does. Turnover number 9 for the Bulldogs. 43 all. 2:05 left in overtime. Across the timeline with the ball here. Now it's Ketchel. Throws it up to Jensen. Jensen trying to get it off to somebody. Jensen trying to call out some signals here. Gets it to Ketchel. Back to Jensen. Jensen almost losing the ball, and he dribbles it over the timeline, and so it'll be over and back, and the Red Devils turn it over. They're 11th. And it didn't really seem like they wanted the set that they got right away when they got down there. 1:50 left in overtime, 43 all. Worth with the ball. He'll bring it up the middle of the floor across the timeline. Worth guarded by Ketchel. Hands it off to Katsura. Katsura above the volleyball line. Throws it over to the left wing. Here to the hands of Deaton, to Bridges at the top of the key. Over to the right wing, into the hands of Worth again. Worth throwing it back over to Katsura. Katsura pulls it back out. Katsura pump fakes. Now he drives. Eye on the right lane line. Finds Worth. Worth middle of the lane. Lost the ball, but a foul comes in after he lost the ball. My goodness. So the foul will go against Tyler. And Tyler with his 4th foul. And so that'll send Worth to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Worth at the free throw line to shoot a pair. First one up, and he missed it. Colt Worth, 4 of 6 from the charity stripe today. Red Devils hoping he's 4 of 7 after this one. 1:24 left in overtime. 43 all. Next one up and in. Colt, 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. 44-43. Red Devils down by 1. Over to Ketchel on the left wing. Ketchel throws it to Brady Gehring. Gehring with the basketball. Back to Ketchel. Ketchel looking, gets it inside to Willoughby. Willoughby down, left lane line, puts it up for 2, blocked by Bridges. Into the hands here of Sawyers, up the near sideline. Sawyers throws it back over to Katsura, and the Red Devils have got to get out and foul here because they've only got 3 fouls. They're going to try to go after a steal or make him miss a shot. We're under a minute. Down to it, and the ball's stolen away. Ketchel, now Willoughby running after it. Sawyers is able to pick it up, and now Ketchel comes in with a steal. Jensen stole it away. It was so close from the Red Devils getting it back. So after all of that, this is going to send somebody to the free throw line here. The foul against Ketchel is his 3rd, and Shea Sawyers, the one guy you probably don't want at the free throw line, is there. Shea, 69% free throw shooter on the year. 49.5 seconds to go. He can make it a 3-point game with both free throws. And he makes it a 2-point game with the first. Shea was 0 for 2 before that free throw. He's now 1 of 3. Shea with 16 points tonight. And to make it a 3-point game with 49.5 to go. He does. 17 points for Shea Sawyers, his first 2 made free throws. Willoughby brings it across the timeline, throws it over to Davin. Davin with the ball, right wing extended. Davin guarded way out there by Worth, crossing over a couple of times, gets it off to Ketchel. Ketchel Back to Jensen. Jensen steps into a long-range three and knocks it down to tie it from 30 feet. Davin Jensen ties us at 46 with 26 seconds to go. And then Bryson Kettrell gets a foul called on him in the backcourt as Bryson was trying to come up with a steal against Quinter along the far sideline. And that'll be Bryson's fourth. Tough break there, but it will send Quinter to the free throw line. Bryson, I don't think he thought he fouled him there. 46 all, 26.3 seconds to go, and Quinter drains the free throw. 1 of 1 for Quinter at the free throw line. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. Gunnar Quinter, the 6-foot junior, had no points through 30 minutes of game time. And in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, and now, as we have just about 24 seconds left in this overtime, he's had 7 points on that amount of time. And he drained 2 massive threes. The second one tied it up and sent it to overtime with 2.4 seconds to go, drained a 3. But Davin Jensen has done the same thing, and I kind of mentioned that before we started overtime. It has been the unnamed hero tonight. Davin had not scored in 3 straight games, and he has drained 2 massive threes tonight. He's got 10 points. Gunnar Quinter did not score for 30 minutes of this game, averages 9 a game, and he scored 7 from the 2-minute mark on in the fourth quarter. Cale Hargret, who only had 5 threes on the season, hit 2 in the first quarter and has made a bucket in the second half. He's got 8. I mean, it has been kind of the unnamed player night here tonight, while Tyler Rossmeyer has got 19 and Shea Sawyers has got 17. So it's been a good night for each of them. Quinter at the free throw line. And the next one up and in. So Quinter drains them both. He's got 8, 25 seconds to go. Jensen brings it across the timeline. And we got a timeout on the floor. Kyle Breath, I think, was wanting it about 3 seconds before they called it, but 21 and a half seconds left, 48-46. And if I'm Kyle Breath here, I'm looking for the big fella. I'm looking to get Tyler open one-on-one, get him a post move inside, and let him go to work to try to tie this thing. Now, you can't win it with a 3, but I think you take the 2 first and then worry about winning it from there. Because you can't win it unless you don't tie it. I mean, you can win it with a 3, but, man, I would think you try to work this inside to Tyler here. But Davin's had the hot hand as well. Bryson has hit some big 3s too. This one's going to come down to it. Buckle up the seatbelts. Pop a blood pressure pill right now, that's for sure. 48-46 overtime between Oberlin and Quinter. Oberlin trying to finish the year with a winning record. They're 9-9 right now on the season. Last year, just 6-16. This year, 9-9. Picked up 3 more wins. Willoughby will inbound in front of his own bench. 21 and a half seconds to go. Willoughby looking to get it in. He does to Brady. Brady with the ball above the top of the key. Throws it over to Willoughby. Willoughby looking, lobs it. Tried to lob it over the top. He was looking for a backdoor cutter. Now the Red Devils have got a foul, and it's Osmeyer the one that fouls, and Tyler is fouled out of the game with 9.5 seconds to go. Gage tried to lob it up over the top from the left wing to get it into Osmeyer. And I think he thought, I don't know, there's a guard here in the corner for the Red Devils. And they threw it over the top of him. I wonder, I don't know. Gage was trying to lob it up. They were trying to get it inside, let Tyler do his job. Just missed it. First one up for Quinter is in. Quinter with 9 points. 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. 9.5 seconds to go. This is a big free throw here. Quinter makes it. 2-possession game. 4 of 4. Quickly up the floor. Willoughby, long range 3, misses everything. And with 4 seconds to go, Quinter will get the ball back. So Worth will inbound underneath the Oberlin hoop here with 4 seconds to go. 50-46, Quinter out in front. Worth looking to get it in. Worth looking, lobs it up over the top, and we got a foul with no time. And the foul actually goes against Quinter. So Oberlin will get the ball here. 50-46, the foul goes against Gunnar Katura. His second. Looking to get it in is Willoughby. Willoughby looking, still looking, lobs it up over the top to Jensen. Lost it, Jensen got it back, looking for a shot, throws it up, out of bounds. And that's where the game will come to a close. Red Devils lose a heartbreaker tonight in Quinter, 50-46 to the Bulldogs. Red Devils finish the year now 9-10. Bulldogs will be 14-6. Heartbreaker tonight from Quinter and the Doghouse, 50-46. Bulldogs get the win in overtime. We'll take a break, come back, get you your final numbers here on 101.1 KFNF.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
AquaShield Roofing not only offers roofing for residential and business, but siding, guttering, insulation, windows and doors, construction and remodeling too. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call, 785-475-2533. AquashieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Creative Collision in Oberlin reminds you, when involved in an accident, the insurance company will pay for towing to the shop of your choice within a reasonable distance. Not the closest shop available. No law requires you to get more than one estimate. You choose the shop and authorize the repairs. Remember, your car, your choice. Creative Collision, Oberlin's choice body shop for all your collision and restoration services. Call them at 785-470-2130 or stop by at 1843 Highway 83 in Oberlin.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Colligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Colligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Colligan, better water, pure and simple.
It's costing more and more to fill up your gas tank these days. When you pay at the pump at Decatur Co-op, you pay less, and you don't have to be a member to enjoy great competitive rates. Decatur Co-op has pay at the pump in Lenora, Jennings, Oberlin, and Herndon, Kansas, along with Danbury, Nebraska. Plus, you don't have to worry about whether it's cash or credit. All prices are the same, and Decatur Co-op accepts all major credit cards and the Decatur Co-op Association card. Next time, fill up at Decatur Co-op.
Decatur County Beef wants to do business with all the local farmers. They want to buy your high moisture corn and grain sorghum, also alfalfa and dry corn anytime. Decatur Beef and Hoxie Feed Yard are always looking for good help. Truck drivers, plumbers, welders, and pin riders. Decatur County Beef is located just north of Oberlin on Highway 83, and Hoxie Feed Yard is just west of Hoxie. Call 785-475-2212 for Decatur County Beef, or call Scott at 785-675-9009. Give them a try. You will be glad you did.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Quinter. Tough one tonight for the Red Devil boys as they lose it in overtime, 50-46. A back and forth game. Red Devils led after 3 quarters, 26-21. But we're outscored in the fourth, 20-15 for a 41-41 tie, then outscored in the overtime, 9-5, 50-46, the final score. The Bulldogs get the win tonight over the Red Devils. Take you through your individual numbers. Gunnar Katura, 10 points, all of them in the second half, and seriously, all of them from about the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter on. I really don't know if he scored any earlier in that fourth quarter, but 10 points for Gunnar Katura, 8 for Cale Hargret, 17 for Shea Salyers, 7 from Colt Worth, 6 from Hans Deaton, and 2 from Camden Bridges. The Bulldogs commit 9 turnovers and go 13 of 19 from the free throw line. And I mentioned that unnamed hero night tonight as well. Quinter with 10 in the second half. He averages 9, so he scores a lot of points usually, but didn't score through 30 minutes of that game. And then he finally scores, so he gets 10. Big hero down the stretch, hit the 3 to tie the game to send it to overtime. And then Cale Hargret with 2 massive threes in the first quarter to bump out an 8-point lead for Quinter. If he doesn't do that, maybe they don't win the game, because Hargret finished with 8. And he only averages 2 points per game and had only hit 5 threes coming into the night, but he makes 2 massive ones. Individual numbers for the Red Devils: Davin Jensen with 10, Bryson Ketchell with 10, 6 from Gage Willoughby, 19 from Tyler Rossmeyer, and 1 from Caden Shaw. The Red Devils also commit 12 turnovers. They only go 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. After all that, they only shot 6 free throws. Kind of crazy. And even for the Red Devils, kind of an unnamed hero tonight, Davin Jensen had not scored in the last 3 straight games. His last points that he scored were on January 31st when he put up 19 against Wallace County. But the Red Devils tonight needed all 10 from him, and they got 10 from him. 2 massive threes, one to take the lead late and the other one to tie it late. And but just wasn't enough. So the Red Devils now 9-10 on the season. Will look into the postseason, where they will meet up in the first round with St. Francis coming up next Tuesday. We will have the coverage there right here on 101.1 KFNF, starting with pregame at 6:45, tip-off at 7 o'clock from Oberlin High School. So once again, we got postseason basketball starting on Monday with the Oberlin girls. They take on Lakeside, 5:45 pregame, 6 o'clock tip. And then Oberlin boys basketball coming up on Tuesday as they'll take on St. Francis in the sub-state quarterfinals, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off. What a night for the Red Devils, for the Red Devil boys. And I think they showed that if they win that game against St. Francis and have to come back here, they can hang with Quinter and be playing just 1 game away from the state tournament if they can beat them here. So they could meet up with this same Quinter team that they saw tonight a week from Monday, and I hope Kyle Breth and his squad can find a way to get back there, because what a heck of a night it was. What an environment it was. The Red Devils come up just a little bit short. Final score 50-46. Red Devils lose in overtime. I'm Sam Knoll signing off, saying so long and good night here from Quinter.
Northwest Kansas's best country. We are 101.1 KFNF. Oberlin, McCook. Today's best country. 101.1 KFNF.